Aw.
Hello, hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Okay. Give me a second to shut these down. Alrighty. Hello, hello, hello. Let me just make sure everyone's cameras are still moving. Sorry, just like I was forced to do an update to OBS prior to going live, and it borked everything I had set up. There's like some sort of security update or something that you had to update, otherwise all of your live functionality was going to go tits up. And I was just like, really, guys? I mean, come on now. Just, yeah. So there might be some technical difficulties along the way. Discord's been acting kind of funny for me. I don't know what's going on. I think I've been having the same problem Rojan tends to have sometimes, where Discord just decides to go F you and disappear. So learning curve. We'll see what happens. So it's been a while, as the song goes. Um,
We had a
so
little bit of vacation.
I
I
yeah,
had one.
you know,
A little bit of recovery as well.
actual vacation, people getting sick, crazy stuff, but we're all here. Thank goodness, knock wood, stay healthy. Um, but yeah, so for those that don't remember what happened last time, uh, the party Narful to Garthok, and basically took down the person who was corrupting the tower, um, and strange things are going to happen. The party hit level 5. That was the milestone. So right now everyone's 5. Yay. As you can see, all the cards are updated. I didn't forget, if you're watching Zoro. 'Cause I know sometimes we forget, but I didn't. Um, but yeah, so we're just going to hop right into it. Uh, so, um, so combat's over. Um, the The Aeon Stone is circling on top of the tower. Everything looks kind of okay. Everyone has um, this sense of, I don't know, peace and balance that washes over them. And then this flash of light happens. And all of the party members who are now at the top of the tower. Can you be out? Everyone at the top of the tower, you feel an essence overcome your body. Um, so you all now feel that you can access this ability.
Hmm. Am I able to identify the ability first?
Um, you guys should see the pop up. It's a handout, so it doesn't let me really.
Is it called Unreasonable Squall? Unseasonable Squall?
No, you should.
No, that's a
No?
spell. That's a spell.
Oh.
You don't see the pop up when I do this on your side.
Do it one. Mm,
Oh,
trying to zoom out of the map.
why is my handout not working? All right, mm, so if you look at your, journals,
Okay.
you should
Journal.
see something that says Resonant Reflections.
Nope.
Resident reflections. No.
You don't see anything
Is
that says.
my golden hero point card, which has already been used up. The area
Oh,
effect
okay.
markers.
All right, sorry, hold
Officer
on.
Elreka.
There we go. That should fix it now.
There it is.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry about that.
Oh.
Hmm.
So, um, so it's not a visible feeling. It is currently active on you right now. Um,
Hmm.
and so basically, you don't see it, but you feel it. Like you feel there's an ion stone circling you, and it's giving you this ability. Um,
Okay.
no one sees anything floating over anyone else's head. However, you all have this intrinsic feeling that you can now access this ability as per the description. So basically, for those um, who can't see it because Roll20, I thought my handout would do a display, but it's not doing it. I have to find out why that's not working. But basically, what's happened is the Aeon Stone has imbued the party with a power, um, and
So this is a gift. Okay.
yes, and basically, so once per day at the cost of 2 actions, you can enable a fast healing. Um, uh, that ability is not active because that's a actionable ability. What fast healing is in Pathfinder, for those that don't know who are new to Pathfinder, fast healing is basically regeneration. This once if they activate the ability that's been gifted to them, they can get regeneration 3 for 1 minute. And
Okay.
basically after, so you're currently 5th level, so basically every 2 levels after 5th, so 7th, 9th, etc., etc., the healing of this regeneration goes up by 1. So at 7th it'll be 4, etc., etc.
Gotcha.
The persistent ability is that now, whenever some sort of resting function happens, where the party gets Constitution modifiers back to add to their health pool, that Constitution modifier is now doubled. So basically, short rests, long rests, anything that you do that is a rest action of some kind that adds your Constitution modifier to the end result, the Constitution modifier itself is multiplied by your level. So basically, whatever your Constitution modifier is, that gets doubled. So normally you would get, like if you have a con bonus of 2 and you're level 5, you would get back 10 hit points. You now get 20. Simple.
Ooh, I know you.
Simple math. So
Gotcha.
No effect on spells.
no,
Like-
this is specifically a resting action.
Look, torn to my raid group, 4 minus 4 is 0, okay? So,
Mm-hmm.
don't worry, I think I can math after my recent raid.
I think I can math my recent, right? Okay, that's fine. So after this happens, though, the Aeon Stone begins to like wobble a bit, and its orbit is again, it's not erratic like it was before, like it was going to fall and be destroyed, but it's definitely not right. Whatever initially affected this is not 100% restored. That is 100% obvious to Cantrell and visibly obvious to anyone else who's looking at the Aeon Stone, as its energy that it emits is a little bit erratic, and the orbit it takes is a little bit off kilter. It's not like how it was before, where it looked like it was basically just going to fall out the sky or explode from whatever the beast who was doing whatever he was doing to it until you stopped him. So it looks like it's stable. You don't sense that there's any danger of it actually falling, or anything wrong. Anything further with it is going to happen in the negative aspect. Also, the cold snap that you had felt earlier from the whatever
Hour.
whatever happened to the temple earlier, that's gone. You don't feel any of those effects any longer. Um, you do hear some commotion as you see like a small handful of those creatures and some dinosaurs. Um, like I said, very small numbers. Um, Leaving the tower for anyone who's looking over the side and heading deep into the forested area. Um, so you can tell that
They're fleeing.
yeah, they're fleeing. You can tell that you didn't because you purposely didn't search everything in the tower. So whatever pockets of whatever faction was left sensed that their leader was dispatched, um, and they're now leaving. So to avoid said fate, as one would guess.
All right then.
Tactical retreat.
So I'm going to nudge you and presume you're going to now search the rest of the tower.
Yes.
After I pick up Wolfie, yes.
All right.
I pick up my Wolfie.
You unconscious or no?
Wolfie should be
Can't
healthy.
remember where.
Should be healthy because of the healing from the
Yeah.
the tower.
Oh,
Yep.
so you don't mean physically pick up, you just mean take him along.
No, physically pick her up. Physically pick her up. I'm physically picking her up. Like a baby.
You get so worried about her.
I guess I'm worried about her.
All right. Don't forget to add your hero points for the session.
Yep.
Right,
Alrighty.
like a little baby.
And,
Very low.
Start
compared to
heading
everyone
down.
else.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
well.
Okay. Let me see if I can adjust their volume.
Oh, that's probably my fault.
Livel and Siva. So let's do this.
I turned my microphone up. Is that better?
Oh damn.
Well, okay. I'll turn it back down a little bit.
Oh, I can easily be louder.
Sorry. I turned my gain up. Maybe I'll turn it back down a little bit.
Okay.
This microphone gets quiet with Discord. I don't know why.
it would not be a stream without technical difficulties. Let's be honest.
Am I all right now?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Well, you sound fine to us. Zoro, how does Siva sound on your end? Can you just do a quick mic check, Siva?
I mean, there's a bit of a delay. Hold on.
You
Siva's
can,
still low.
if there's a problem, you can blame Angry Raven tech support on.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tick your sound up a little bit on my end.
That might be the reason.
All right. So now say something.
Okay, how are we now? Is that a little better?
There we go.
There we go.
Okay,
cool.
sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. So, like I said, we're now using Discord as opposed to Zoom. I let my Zoom subscription go an extra month just in case something happened. At least that way I'd have something to fall back on. But if this goes well, then it's going to be Discord from now on. All the other shows are using it. I just had to get mine, on and stable and, hopefully, fingers crossed. I still have to figure out why, when I use the other map, that, like the presentation map, where it actually locks the cameras. I don't know why. It's just silly. But whatever.
We won't be doing combat today.
We'll see.
I'm so tired of combat.
We'll see what happens. So let's do this. Let's remove some things. And then I'll move you guys down to...
Yeah, I enabled a feedback thing on my microphone so I don't overdrive my microphone. So Hopefully this is okay.
Okay. And you're gone. Just cleaning up the level before I put you back on it.
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are still there because they can't get
Throwing all the dead bodies off the edge of the tower.
out.
I mean,
Damn
yeah.
straight. That's
After
what I'll be
looting
doing.
them. After looting them.
Oh yeah, good point.
After looting them, everybody's like, yeah, loot. Gotta get that loot. So let's do...
You want me to move my token so that you can?
Oh no, I'm doing on a different floor, because I want you guys to walk around a little bit.
So don't mess with that air elemental, please.
If it provokes me.
If it provokes
If he's
you.
even still down there. You never know, he might have left.
He wouldn't be able to leave. He was behind that barrier thing, remember?
Sure, to have came down too.
Okay, so I'm going to push you guys over here. And so you guys should see yourselves on the second floor. You're in the middle.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because you're a pop out. Okay, so that's the reason. And the cameras might show like they're locked, but they're not. Just give me a second. Alrighty. So you guys are at the bottom of the stairs, at least that's how you should see yourselves, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, and these are the tokens from before, so make sure your health's at full and your hero points are correct. Alrighty, so where are you guys heading?
Take a look around just to make sure everything they cleared out this area if there was any coming up this way.
Kind of looking around this corner here. Another one of those walls, I presume.
Actually, that's tipped over.
That's tipped over.
Yep.
All right. Let's go ahead and start walking down here. Notice this.
Okay, that's a curtain.
Curtain.
Yep.
Just gonna brush that aside.
Jathal, I assume would be at my side.
Yep. Oh, on the wrong layer. There we go.
Walk in and be right there.
Okay, so before you is a very opulent room. There over here, there is some sort of desk / writing area. Over on this end, actually let me adjust the other map so people can see what I'm clicking on.
Right.
You don't even have it set the map on the screen.
Oh, I didn't. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, and the cameras are frozen for some reason. Thank you, OBS, for being stupid.
Yeah, it looks like the whole screen was frozen.
Yeah, this is going to be really annoying. I have to figure out how to avoid that without having to get a third monitor. Because whenever I change focus from the cameras OBS for whatever reason locks. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Poof. Alrighty.
Hey.
So yeah, so it's like basically I have to do a super fast scene change. It's just
I mean, that's fair.
it's annoying. I don't understand why this just can't do its thing.
That's no problem at all. Cantrell is actually going to motion towards the writing desk. Take a look at what's there.
So is Shima.
Alrighty. And oh, because you're up now, you're locked. Jesus Christ, you're killing me, window. All right. Okay. Where the hell is my mouse? Alrighty. So what you guys see is what I pointed out. What are you guys gonna do in this room? Like look around, burn it down.
Basically, just scour these papers, if any.
All
Try
right.
and
Give me.
And I would like to help.
Okay. If you're gonna help, I need an aid roll.
Just a regular roll?
Yeah. So basically, if you're going to help, and you're going to provide aid, then you would make the same roll. If you score a 20, you provide a +1. So that's how aid works.
I rolled a 19, so do I add anything to it?
You whatever your investigation is.
Investigation.
Well, not investigation. It would be
perception.
Actually, it would be in this case not perception. It would be society.
Society.
Yep.
That would be a +10, so a 29.
Jeez, are you sure you didn't want me to assist you on that? Jeebus. All right. So I got a +1 from that. Lord.
Yep.
All right. So here comes the die roll. All right. Total of a 24.
Okay. So you notice a bunch of notes. There's a map of the island that you're on. Just to remind everyone, you're on the island of Erin, which is a ways south of Absalom, the major continent is to the north of where this island is.
Okay.
You see that there is some maps, and there are spots circled on the map. There's a current tower location. Aberton is circled as well. There's a small circle that represents the Hermitage.
Right.
And there is another circle down further south on the other end of the island from where you are. And the name of the city that's been circled is called Escadar.
Escadar.
Correct. And while you're searching through, what languages do you speak?
Common, Elven, Draconic, Sylvan, Celestial, Goblin, Dwarven, Tiananese.
Alrighty. So you do see some various notes that match some of the languages you know the more common races, just things. They look like reports. Um, uh, keep like tallies on uh, particular caravans and where they're moving throughout the island. Um, things of that nature. Um, you do find there is you do find that there is a page um, that is torn. It looks like it was part of a larger journal. You're not sure if this page was torn out purposefully, or if while whoever was collecting their belongings, because it does look like there are things that were gathered up, because the desk, which would normally be, you would think in somewhat decent order, is kind of disheveled. Like someone basically went through the effort of just basically grabbing a bunch of stuff or grabbing whatever they could, um, and then left the desk in a particular, disarray. You do find a note, and it has some interesting. Let's see. Players. So you should all see now.
Strange passage.
Yes.
Kavnakash.
92.
Here's are actually in Eskdar. Agents tell me they are located below the city in a place called Moonstall Hall. Moonstone Hall. Seems to be a co-opted temple from Sevgazvizeb. Sevgazvizeb.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to find my
Yeah, that sentence is a little off.
yeah, and investigate myself. I should have Harlock. I should give Harlock a kiss goodbye before I leave this place. Harlock. That's
That name sounds familiar.
Harlock
Should.
is the name of the head priest from the temple. Does this starting to think? Giving a priest a kiss goodbye.
And
Right.
because I can't express it, there's like a little, like there's like a little, like winky face type, you know, like etching.
Emoji.
There's an emoji there.
Yeah.
Are you reading this out loud, Kendra?
Not
Probably
the last
mumbling.
part. Not the last part. No.
Oh, okay.
He'll say Kavnakash, Eskadar, Moonstone Hall. Zev
The temple.
Yeah, I'll refrain my comment then.
Mentions Harlock, but nothing else. And then just kind of puts that aside and keeps looking around.
All right,
He's
so
just like,
any general searching that is not specifically on the desk to rummage through notes and stuff is going to be a perception check.
Oh, can I have Wolfie sniff for anything interesting?
You can do a scent-based perception if you want to.
Because I'm not near the desk. I'm in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay. She's gonna start sniffing. Straight perception.
It's perception, yeah, but hers is specifically scent-based. So anything that is a visual perception, she's not going to pick up on, because that's just how searching for animals operate.
Yeah, yeah. Well, she's not gonna really pick up on anything. She got a 11.
All right, so she sniffs around, and she catches a scent of something, but she just like it's like on the bed, and she just like walks around in a circle for a bit, and then just plops down in that spot.
Wolfie, this isn't the time to take a nap.
Can Gwennon
So-
go over the same direction that Shathra has and do a visual perception of that room?
Sure can.
I will also assist on that one, as I was
Oh.
gonna do the same thing after I told Wolfie to
Oh,
sniff.
okay. Sure. All right. So that would be what investigation or perception?
It's perception. There's no actual
And
investigation.
so that would be with
nothing.
advantage?
If someone's helping you, they have to make the check, and you get a 20
Oh,
to give you a +1.
Okay, I'll let you make the check for a
I
second.
did not make a 20, so
Okay.
All right. So it
made
only
a 12.
My luck is
Sure.
changing. One without even adding anything. One's a 19 and one's a Kraken.
Well, it
Wow.
wasn't with advantage, so I'll give you the 19.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh, okay. So 19 then plus perception. Oh,
Lower third.
I'm having.
Well, actually, I'm sorry. Perception is on the right side in the column underneath.
Oh yeah, looking right at it. Okay, so I get a plus 13 to that, so that would be 32.
Yeah, that's yeah. Like you see a whole bunch of shit.
Visual overload.
Yeah. So what you see, you basically give like this super scan of the room, and you're just like you're looking under pillows and checking stuff out, and you're like checking all the spaces.
Looking under Wolfie.
I mean, kind of, sort of. So I'm just going to give you a breakdown. So you find, and someone write this down, you find a bunch of elegant clothing.
Ladies or men's?
It's ladies.
Ooh, we're gonna have to play dress up.
You specifically would not fit this build.
Dang it!
Okay.
Sorry,
So Gwennon being a thin half elf, would she fit the clothing? Just approximately.
You would fit the clothes. They are designed for someone who is, how do I word this? Someone who's about your size and stature, like height. But whoever's clothing this is a little bit more well endowed than you are.
Okay, yeah, Gwennon's pretty thin, so okay, fair. So about my size.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe more like a human build than an elf build. Okay.
If you wore them, you'd have to tuck things here and there so stuff wouldn't fall off on you in certain places. That would be a little bit embarrassing.
Not that I'm going to. I'm just trying to get a reference for how big this is it a gnome or. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And I'm gonna give you the gold value for this just to expedite, so we don't have to worry about it later. But the clothing is worth 16 gold pieces.
Not bad.
In total, in the bedroom, there are 6 silk pillows. Each is worth 2 gold pieces. So there are pillows. They are silk. So Wolfie is currently sitting on a silk pillow.
I am totally taking 2 and putting in my little bag.
You find on a nightstand 2 golden statuettes of a flying fish. Each is worth 11 gold pieces. You also find in the same nightstand, you find 4 crystal vials. The vials themselves are very ornate, and you feel the vials would sell for about 4 gold pieces each. And there's liquid in the vials.
Okay. There's liquid in them.
Yep.
That's something to be checked out.
Yeah, I'll probably get Cantrell to do a pinky test on those.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Give me a second, just because this isn't a copy of a previous token, so I need to fix something. Doink. And I just noticed something I want to fix real fast before I forget, because my brain is Swiss cheese. And that. There we go. So if Cantrell's going to pinky test, the 2 of the vials are strong spirits.
Okay.
One of the vials is Belladonna.
Belladonna. Okay.
Yep. And basically, Belladonna is deadly nightshade. It's a poison.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. Kind of spits it up.
Well, I mean, it's not enough to kill you or do anything.
Yeah, it's enough for me to go, ooh, that's dangerous.
Yep. And the 4th vial is a lesser elixir of life. Those are 3d6 plus 6.
3d6 plus 6. All right. He'll offer to hold on to these until we're done here, and then divvy them out as needed.
Okay.
The strong spirits are basically just ale like drinks. They're alcoholic.
Yeah, it's like they're floral spirits.
Floral spirits.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Perfumes or drinkable spirits?
Drinkable.
Okay. All right.
So basically, so it's a white alcohol. So it's basically,
It's like a white wine almost.
not a white wine. Wines are different. This is the spirit is like vodka, tequila, stuff
Gotcha.
that.
Okay, I mixed that up.
So imagine brandy, but instead of honey and oak, this is has a floral scent and has some floral colors. Each one is different. If you've ever tasted them, one tastes like dandelion and has a yellowish orange color. The other one tastes like lavender and has a purplish color to it.
Okay. I'll just pocket those.
And then above the head of the bed, Gwennon, you see this mask, like this, like it's just like it looks like the kind of thing you wear into battle to scare the crap out of your enemies.
Do I see it too?
With Gwennon pointing it out, yeah.
I'm taking it. I'm gonna put it on.
You see as you're taking the pillows.
Cause I'm like putting the pillows in my pouch, my raccoon bag. I'm just looking at bed. Mine.
All right, so you put it on your face.
Yep, I'm putting it on. Wolfie, how do I look?
Alrighty, I need a. I need a will check from Wolfie and from Gwennon because they're in the room with you.
Oh, lovely.
A will check. Oh no. Uh-oh.
17.
14.
All right, so Wolfie like leaps off the bed away from you and cowers in the corner. Gwennon, you are stricken with fear. Like, you look at Livel and you're terrified.
That dies? Wolfie?
Do I take any damage of any sort for that?
Nope. You basically have the fear effect on you right now.
Okay.
As long as you're within Shothra's presence while she has this mask on right now.
Okay. Would I have had a chance before she put it on to have picked up the two? How big are the gold statuettes?
They're like, I mean, they're like, palm size. They look like, something you'd put like, bookends.
Okay, I think I'll pop those into my bag of holding. I'll mention to the others that I've got them and put them in. They seem to me to be the most valuable thing.
And then you look up and woo!
Yeah. Just about drop them, but
Well,
So after a few, a little bit, the fear effect wears off.
wait. Before it wears off, can I go do something else? Can I go over to where they are at the desk and like tap them on the shoulder?
Oh dear.
Alrighty.
You want to show off your mask? You don't even know what it does.
Nope.
Alrighty. Shima and Cantrell, I need a will save, please.
You get the Indiana Jones's father a moment.
She's just gonna keep poking you on the shoulder.
22.
Good job.
22, you're fine.
I turn around and go, what the heck?
What do you think? Do I look scary? Wolfie's a little bit in the corner. I just scared her enough, but
I look over Shothra's shoulder, see Wolfie cowering and
You said it was a will save?
Yep.
Yeah.
23.
You're fine as well.
I say, maybe it would be a good idea if you do not wear that around people.
Why
not? Points at Wolfie.
Oh, she's fine.
She's scared.
She'll be fine. She'll get used to it.
Shakes head.
I'll take it off. You think it'll work though? If in battle?
Maybe.
I'm keeping it.
Ooh. And whatever will work on that air elemental that gave you trouble earlier.
Oh, that's a good idea.
no, it's not.
It's a great idea. I can kill that bastard.
Gwennon is mentally thinking to herself, I don't feel stupid.
Get off, and then I'll go back to Wolfie. Bye, Wolfie! It's okay!
Alright.
Aww.
I am going to need an animal handling check.
Can I ask a quick question? When the
Sure.
mask was on the wall and I first saw it, there was no effect at that point, right? I
Nope.
was okay
You
when
were
it was
fine.
just on the wall. It was just, oh, look at the neat mask. Okay,
Yep.
all right.
When Shothra placed it on her face, that is when you got the heebie-jeebies. Actually, I'm going to need, it's a nature check.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was a nature check. 24.
Okay. So Wolfie, kind of, whines a little bit and then, rests her head, up against you. But yeah, she was like, she did not like that mask thingy.
I'll just gonna scoop her up in my arms. But it's okay, Wolfie. It's okay. I'm not gonna put it on in front of you anymore.
Yep. There's a puddle in the corner where she was.
Aww. I'll give her a piece of mutton.
Right.
Or meat that I took from the charred, I guess, what I cooked earlier.
Uh-huh.
You don't scare young dog-like things unless you want to deal with puddles.
Uh,
I'm just, I'm former dog, owner, so just telling it like it is.
Just gonna move along. And he's
Alrighty.
just like gonna
Alrighty.
wait.
Is there a
Uh,
description for that mask?
it has female features. Um, so have you ever seen an Oni mask?
oh dear God.
So imagine an Oni mask,
Oh, that is horrifying. Oh, like
but
what you. Okay.
but it's definitely female featured. So I mean, it's like this is a woman's face, but it is fiendish.
Mm-hmm. It's that demon. Got it.
Yep.
Totally keeping it.
If it's your theme.
Yeah, especially with the blood on me, it's great.
I was going to say.
It's currently in your bag, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I will let you know there is nothing else that you will find on this floor of interest. So head down to the lower floor. I'm not going to bother putting you guys over there. So on the lower floor, I need to go there so I can just make sure I have everything I know. Like the lower floor is in shambles. Like like it was pretty much like whoever was down here just noped out hard. I will tell you that you do find in one of the chambers close to the entrance slash exit. And just let me make sure I get the number correct. You
Found the ramp. Slide.
You found the ramp. You find two large, slightly bigger than ostrich-sized eggs.
I'm gonna
Hey,
take one.
Shathra.
Yes.
I figured
Oh
you
yeah, I
would.
was gonna
I
take
figured
one.
you would. It's like
I can raise it.
maybe this one can make a good meal.
I'm not the. I'm going to try and hatch it and.
There's two of them. One for you, one for the rest of our bellies.
Sure, we'll go with that. I'm taking one.
So what do you do? So are you holding them? What are you doing with them?
I'm gonna hold the egg.
There's
You
two of
pick
them.
mine up.
Who's
Yeah, I
holding
pick
the
up
second?
the other
I'm
one.
holding one.
All
Because
right,
I don't think it's gonna fit in the pouch, and I don't want to kill what's ever in there, because then that can't breathe. So I'm just gonna hold it and try and keep it warm.
All right. It's heavy. It's like about somewhere between 5 and 10 pounds.
I can probably carry it. I bench more than that.
5 or 10 pounds. It's nothing.
All right.
Yeah, we're muscly.
Or muscly.
Muscle
We
wizard.
bench more than that.
I can carry the other one if need be.
Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, can I hold it? Like, can I put the pillow? Can I hold the pillow and then put the egg on top of the pillow?
You're probably going to have to do a balancing act that way.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah, you sense right away that this would probably not be a good idea.
All right, never mind. I'm just gonna hold the
Oh,
egg.
come on, do it anyway.
I want to try and raise whatever's gonna hatch from this.
Well, the silk pillows are very smooth, and the eggs don't seem to settle well into it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just gonna hold the egg very close and try and keep it warm.
All right. So just to expedite things, I am going to need 1, 2. Actually, just everyone give me a perception check.
Okay.
Just to. The eggs were large and unavoidably seeable.
Right.
I just want to see if you see some things that you purposely.
27.
22.
21.
Okay. 4. Alrighty.
It's gonna be something's meal, apparently.
Alrighty. So
Cantrell
Shima.
just wants to get out of here.
All right. So Shima,
Have a
you notice? I don't know how he has a 4. I mean, I'm not gonna question it.
It's a wisdom stat, and I didn't train it.
um. So you find this. Um. So you find this like weird hollow tube type thing. Um, and upon inspection, it seems to be a talisman of some kind. I'll let you guys basically just know that what you found is a blood seeker beak.
Oh, that's the thing I got.
Oh, so you already got this one. Okay.
Yeah.
So then never mind. You already have it. I totally. I just
Mhm.
made. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, because this is. I'm sorry.
I think we got after we killed the bird.
Sorry.
Yeah, it was
My-
Yeah,
on.
I think we did like a good search of that area.
But we missed the eggs.
Did you get the shark tooth? Well, you didn't go into the room where the eggs were.
Oh.
Did you get the shark? Did you get the shark tooth charm?
No.
That
Not
one,
listed.
no.
All right, so then that is what Shima finds.
Okay, so what does it do?
Let's see. Here you go. In your journal now. I'll do the same for this guy. Yep.
I do not see it.
It's in your journal.
I do not see it.
It's under treasure. There's like a
Treasure?
little thing for treasure. It's under that.
I don't even
See
see
it.
treasure.
You should. I set it to all players for enjoy.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I had to take down a thing. Okay.
Okay. I was that's weird. And then this was.
That's a nice one. Chim, you should probably use that one, Kitra.
Okay, you've also find a lesser healing potion. We'll say that Gwen found that one.
Yep.
Let's see. And actually, who got the 27?
I did.
All right. So as you're passing the southern area where you had fought the phase spider, there is a glint in the pit where you believe the phase spider was making its home. Do you or do you not go into the pit?
I'm going to put an egg. I'm gonna have Wolfie sit or lie down, and I'm gonna put the egg where she can like keep a hold of it, so it doesn't fall over and break. And I'm gonna go in the pit.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Alrighty. So when you get to near where the pit is, I am going to need a reflex.
Okay. $11.
All right. So you find yourself stuck in webbing.
Shit.
Um,
Can I?
You can break free. You'd have to give me an athletics.
Can I? Yeah, we'll do that. I was gonna say I can use my hatchet to break through.
You can do that too, either or.
I'll just do athletics. Uh, 19.
All right. So you break, the webbing, and so what happens is you see that when you break the webbing, like some of it gets torn. At your feet is like a broken sword, and the glint is a gem that was affixed to the bottom of the sword. However, I now need a secondary reflex as something's falling on your head.
Oh, great! 20.
Alrighty. So you avoid basically a desiccated body in armor falling on your head.
Oh, great.
The armor looks immaculate. The person inside, not so much.
So the armor is still intact, but the person inside, no.
Yep. It's a set of full plate.
Oh, wow. Well, I can't use it, but
Neither can I.
neither can any of us.
Fully? What about Chisol?
Jafal could use it, that's true. Can I strip this guy down to his corpses?
Yeah, I mean it'll take you a little bit.
We don't really know what Chisol is actually wearing, but I
No.
don't know if it's better or not.
Yeah, well, I'll put it in. Can it fit in the raccoon bag? Or no?
Trying to think. Did I set a limit on that? I don't think I did.
Said it can hold a certain amount of items.
I don't have much in there. I don't have 2 pillows.
I mean, how big is it though? Like, how are you going to stuff like a breastplate in there?
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
what I
I
was
mean,
kind of wondering too.
Yeah,
could we
how
just
big is the
ask
weapon?
Chisol if it's of use to him?
Give me a quick second because I have to see. I knew there was one tab I forgot to launch.
So I only have like a dog statue, pickles, pillows, and my mask. That's about it.
Okay, so what are we wearing, sir? Okay, so he's wearing scale. So he looks at it and he basically says, you know, I don't see why I couldn't. It looks like it might have to be worked a bit before it can actually fit me.
You might want to clean it too.
It looks. I mean, like I said, the when I say the armor looks immaculate, like it looks immaculate. Like,
Oh no, I meant in the inside because there was a dead corpse in it.
well, I mean, the inside looks like it's fine too. I mean, if he wants to clean the cooties off of it, that's his business.
I'd say clean the cooties off of it. I also want to pick up the gem because it's shiny.
All right.
Are we cool with offering it to Chisol?
I can't use it, so yeah.
Yep. The sword is basically damaged beyond any hope of repair. You basically have like the hilt, and the gem is at the bottom of the hilt.
Yeah, I'll just
take
grab
it.
the hilt.
Yeah, I'm putting it in my pocket, in my pouch.
Okay. So Jathal looks at the armor and, he takes a piece of it just to see, how it would fit. And it resizes to the body part that he puts it on.
Ooh.
So he's like, well, that's magical.
All yours, buddy.
I need some time to see if I can ascertain what it is. It's obviously plate mail, but I need to see if it does anything else. So, just like in regular 5e, he wants to basically spend an hour basically massaging the plate mail to see if he can figure out specifically what it is. There's no apparent danger in the lower floor of the tower, so you can either stay in the lower floor or you can stay outside the tower, up to you, while he does this.
Inside the tower probably best.
Alrighty.
Because we have a defensible position at the door.
When I get back up out of the pit, I'm going to pick up the edge.
Okay. Are you going to...
Is there a value on the gem that we can ascertain?
You can give me a perception and see if you can figure out what the gem is.
Sure, I'll do that.
While we are waiting for Jathal to ascertain that,
21.
21.
So you. I can just choose that. That. Give. Options. Set. Cool. Covers it completely. That's effects. Cool. Alright. So he puts in the full plate. So this is like after the hour, is done. Who's doing what else? Sorry, you said you have 21 for the gem.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really tell what the value is for the gem. You do feel that there's some sort of magical emanation coming off of it, and that could be why you're having problems.
Okay, I will share that with the party and let them decide what they want to do then with it. I mean, I
Maybe.
know Shather wants to pocket it, but like if there's something that we should glean from it.
Maybe Cantrell can
Yeah, I was
can
wondering about
investigate
that.
it while Jathal is doing his identification.
Perhaps. Yep.
And can I so with this big egg, can I do like a nature test to see if there's maybe if it's if there's I don't know if there's a way I could tell if there's something if it's gonna maybe hatch, if there's life in it, or if it's just food.
Give me a nature check.
Okay.
This will determine whether you get a baby dragon or we get breakfast.
Or a baby ostrich. 21.
All right. So I'm gonna say you check both the eggs out. So you know that fertilized eggs have a different look and feel to other eggs. You can't tell whether or not whatever is in the egg
That's one of it's fertile.
is alive. You do know that this egg has been fertilized, and you found it in a nest.
Okay. So both of them are fertilized?
Yeah. They both have the signs of having been fertilized.
I'm going to implore to the group, let's not eat one of them at all. Let's just let's see what they hatch into. And maybe I can train them like I'm doing with Wolfie.
Thinks back to the raptor-like creatures that we fought earlier. You're paying for their food.
That's fine. I pay for Wolfies anyway.
Okay. Starts rubbing it.
Keep it warm.
So, what is the party going to do with the gem?
Appraise it, I guess.
Gwennon did that. She said she had a hard time because there's some sort of magical emanation that's preventing her from figuring out what it is.
Oh. All
I'm
right.
handing it,
Can
suggesting.
I check with it Arcana?
Yep.
All right. 24.
You're fairly certain, looking at the enchantments and how this thing works, that what you have is a fear gem.
Oh. It's like the mask.
No, this is a talisman.
This is a talisman?
Yep.
It has fear ability.
Like the mask.
Yeah. Talismans.
Mask of fear, talisman fear.
Yeah. Talismans are single-use items.
Talisman is sellable. That's basically it. It's going to be used for sale.
You know
That's
that
fine.
you know that these normally run about 20 gold pieces.
Yep. Just going to put that in the sell piles for later.
Alrighty, and then what Jarthal found and is currently wearing
You put it on.
is a set of +1 full plate.
Nice.
Nice.
So that's a bit of an AC upgrade for him then. Yes.
Yep. Yes, it is. So I'll let you know.
Did he also make level 5?
He was already level 5.
He was level 5. Okay.
He was already.
Or he is level 5.
Yep. So yeah. So basically, he has some really nice armor class, and he has a shield. So he also gets shield. He gets shield AC on top of that.
Nice.
So
So it had a shield with it, or he
no,
was carrying a shield?
He has his own shield. Hey, Rosa, how's it going? Yeah. So he's got a lot more AC. Plus, he has his shield bonus.
Just because I may redo him in Hero Forge. What color's the armor?
When he puts on the armor, because it's magical, it basically skins itself to Desna coloration.
Ooh.
It doesn't have the iconography like his scale mail does. Because the scale mail was specifically made to, present as an item from Desna. The full plate does not have the same iconography, but it does match the color schemes of Desna. So there's, blues and silvers and some purples.
Okay.
Alrighty. So there's nothing else left to find in the tower. I can speak, I promise. Where are you guys going?
I think for now, I'm sure Harlock already knows everything that's happened here is good.
I wouldn't say that. I mean, you guys are like a half a day to a day out from the Hermitage.
Yeah, but you said that pulse went beyond the horizon.
Yeah, but I mean,
So-
it could be, oh crap, shit's broken, or there's like no one knows specifically, and he specifically has told you that he has unsuccessfully been able to attune to the tower the times he's tried to come back to it.
Not to mention that note said something about him too.
Yes, did. All right.
Maybe we should return to him, let him know what's going on with the tower, and maybe even mention the note.
Well, it's on our way back to
Yeah.
the circus anyway, so.
Sort of, yeah. All right, fine. Let's go back to the Hermitage.
Alrighty, so travel to the Hermitage is uneventful. You guys pretty much get there. In the time you've been away from the temple, the pigeons or / birds that Harlock had sent out requesting help from the major church in Absalom, seems like there might have been a response. There are additional bodies. They don't look like, they have, evil plant worm monsters in their faces or anything like that. Very young, acolyte-looking individuals. For those that are going to look, because I'm pretty sure are going to look, they actually have the real Gazran holy symbols, not the defiled
Knockoff.
ones. They weren't knockoffs.
Well,
The other
They
ones
were,
were defiled. So
yeah, defaced.
they were purposely defiled to show um, demonic affiliation with Gazra. Um, all of these acolytes, and there's like like a handful, not a whole lot, um, but they don't have the same type of holy symbol. They're kind of quiet, a little bit reserved. Like you can tell these guys, you know, are either have been heavily cloistered or um, just entered the church. Uh, it's pretty much most of them, if not all of them, are primarily on, cleanup duty, cataloging names of the fallen, so that way they can be added to the catacombs. You overhear um, two of them talking about how they're going to have to possibly excavate a new section because of all the
Mm.
bodies, stuff like that.
Right.
And they know your description from Harlock, and they take you to him. They're like, "Oh, my friends, you're back. What happened at the temple, at the tower? I saw something happen in the distance. There was a bright light over where the tower should be in the distance, but um, I don't know what happened."
All right. So these monstrous lizard folk had taken it over.
You describe them.
Yes, I described them,
He
and I
goes,
also described their pets being dinosaurs.
so he'll tell you that the humanoids you described sound like Yugolovs.
Ugoloths. Yep.
Um,
Let's see.
and
Uh,
he knows that there are large type lizards in the heavily forested areas. He's not familiar with all of them, but knows he knows that what you're talking about is something that exists on this island.
okay. Um, mention that the ion stone, has been repaired mostly.
Mostly.
Yeah, I'm sure some of the others can confirm this. It was a little wobbly, but for the most part, it's stable. It's not cracked anymore, at least. Um,
Oh, that's, I guess, better.
yeah, it's a lot better considering they were trying to just drop it and destroy it.
Oh heavens, that
So
would.
luckily, we stopped that.
Well, did you find out why they were doing what they were doing? I mean, I don't understand why they'd want to foul the land in such a way.
I'm not entirely sure, but I do remember finding a desk. I found a strange note, and I'll just kind of hand that over. The one with Kavnakash, Moonstone Hall, and Zigavazed, and something else with the smiley face.
Okay.
Something about Escador on the map.
He's like, Escadar. He's like, Escadar's on the other side of the island.
Mm-hmm. And it was one of the 4 areas that were circled. This place, Abaddon, the tower, and Escador. Apparently, this Kavnakesh had superiors, whoever this person was. They were meeting in a hall below the city. Um,
Hmm.
Something about Zev Gavazeb.
Yes. Zev Gaziv Zeb. He's he's an abyssal lord.
Hmm.
Those are never good.
I didn't even know that there was such a temple underneath Escadar. That is not good. Even if they're not worshiping him.
It seems co-opted. No idea who the other god is.
Hmm.
Apparently, this person knew you.
Don't know. Let's see. Does he recognized handwriting? And he has a confused and concerned look on his face.
Hmm.
He
This
he looks at the note and he goes, "I know this. Baleni? What is she doing with them?
who?
She is um she was um
I was
a,
specifically asking for the name.
he tells you it's Baleni. Balenni.
All right.
And he goes, she was well, she's a sister of the church, but she had very odd ways and views.
Was she short and green-haired?
Oh heavens no, she is beautiful. I don't
Okay.
understand why she was a sister. She could easily, be the concubine of a greater lord.
Mm.
He basically, he describes like so I'll use Disney references for this one. So imagine if you kind of took um, like Megara from
Mm-hmm.
Hercules,
Yep.
um, but she has more of the, I guess, um, ethnic look of Mother Gothel.
Oh. Okay.
So that's kind of how she looks. Um, you know, slender, busty, hippie, long black hair.
Hmm.
Um, he tells you that she definitely is a scholar. He talks about she knew things. She knew about religious texts and things and rituals he had no idea um, were even a thing. He had to actually, you know, get confirmation with another branch to just confirm the information that she was providing. So
What branch was that, by the way?
he tells you that the Hermitage, they report to the main Gosrin temple that's in Absalom.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And you, being from Absalom, know that almost, not all, but almost every major religion has a major temple in Absalom. Absalom is that huge.
Yep.
No, 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 no.
Uh
So,
oh.
all right.
But I don't know why she'd want to kiss me goodbye. That's very well. I mean,
The The little
It's
smiley
inappropriate.
face. The smiley face there kind of gives me a hint that she may be more of a trickster or some sort of impish person, at
Uh,
least behind closed doors.
I had my concerns about her. She's definitely unorthodox, but there wasn't much I could do to dissuade other brothers from you know taking on some of her more esoteric interpretations of our
That's
text.
that's fair. Um. Well, if it's all the same to you, tower is clear now. Uh, the elemental, I believe, is still behind its cage.
Elemental? What elemental?
Uh, there was, I believe, it was a wind elemental behind a barrier on the second floor.
Likes to throw mud.
Likes to throw dirt.
I don't remember such a being in that area the last time I was there. Granted, it's been some time, but I'm very confused.
Best leave it there then, I guess. It's not really going to harm anyone unless they walk by that little corridor.
Well, I mean, it's easily avoided and interesting. Um,
Hmm.
well, I hate to ask, but um, there should be another tower in the area of Escadar. Um, I was hoping that since I don't have any means, and by the time the head temple can actually put together some sort of dispatch to head there, um, it can be some time, and I don't know that is if this temple is the only one that's under, I guess, siege. There are multiple towers, and if they're trying to corrupt them all for some nefarious purpose, I don't have the means to stop them. I don't have the means to give you a reward, but I can give you a letter of recommendation to the head church in Absalom, and I'm sure with the backing of the Pathfinder Society, they can figure out some sort of reward that's worthwhile, or at least you can hold them off until forces from Absalom can get here and see if they can figure out what's going on.
Hmm. Cantrell is thinking how much time we have left until the circus is gone to the next city.
Actually, you can go pretty much wherever you wanted. Um, you know, you like everyone who's from the circus knows that the menagerie is from the Escadar area. That is their base of operations. Um,
Okay.
you going there would be pretty much seen as a challenge because you would be competition.
Right. Hmm.
But would there be time for us to go back to our circus and do our performance and check on everyone before we rush off on yet another adventure to save a tower that it could be quite difficult to do given the location?
Well, you know that they're prepping for a show, um, and as it stands now, if you left now, you would get there the night before they would be putting on a performance.
So either we go back, do a performance, and check on Escadar after, or we check on Escadar and miss the show.
Well, Escadar is several days away, and considering you currently don't have any horses, um, probably not the best idea.
No.
I
We
think
need
it'd
to.
be best to go back to the circus, do our performance, and then we travel to Escadar.
We might be better equipped. We could pick up, supplies, possibly horses. I mean, we do have a bit of gold. Uh, Perhaps we can, you know, get something that would facilitate our journey.
Very well.
And I think we should also consider that, given that the menagerie circus calls that their home base, I think we really should spend some time thinking about how to do this without um, causing any more bad feelings between our circus and theirs. Our last encounter was not pleasant,
Mm.
if you remember.
Yeah, I remember. All right. I think we're gonna have to pass on Escadar for now. We do need to recover and catch up with our other folk back in
Well,
Ableton.
I wasn't, imploring you to leave right this minute. I know there are things you must do, but um, uh, there definitely sounds like there's plotting in Escadar for something, and if we can at least find out what they're doing, then maybe we'd have a better chance of stopping them.
Very well. If an opportunity arises, we will see to it.
And he'll thank you, and he'll give you guys, fresh water, um, and he'll give you, some, fresh rations. If you guys don't have, he'll let you, stock up. You know,
Can I inquire on more of those pickles?
um, you want pickles?
Yeah.
I don't see why not. He, does a head motion to one of the new acolytes, and he scurries off and he grabs someone, and they come back, and everyone's got a jar of pickles.
I'll take one. Thank you. They're delicious, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Sophie and I just adore them.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought to feed them to an animal.
Oh, Wolfie enjoys them.
Yeah, Wolfie sees the jar and she's wagging her tail.
See? She loves them.
All right, so you guys are heading out.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, cool. So I will let you know that you guys get back to Abadar with no issues. And as
Abadar or Aberton?
I'm sorry, Aberton. Sorry. And as you guys are traveling back, so basically you guys have to head north to get to, well, north-ish, because remember the Hermitage is on the water's edge, and then from there you'll travel Aberdeen, so it takes you some time. But yeah, so you have no issues getting there. Nothing accosts you. No wild animals. Yugoloths, as far as you can tell, aren't following you. You do notice, because you do have to pass by when you're heading into Aberton, the one farmhouse. You can see that the crops look like they are better. They still don't look the greatest, but the condition that they looked in the last time you saw the fields um, is a vast improvement. So it looks like some vitality that the tower offers the land has been restored, at least in some small part. You guys get to um, City Hall. A lot of people, um, townsfolk, they see you, and they're whispering. You hear some people talking about they can't wait for the show, um, and like you can tell, like there's been some buzz about the circus. You're guessing it must have been the professor, since none of you are around in Aberdeen to actually do um, any ginning up of the circus. And you get to the mayor, you give him the rundown of what's going on. He like thanks you profusely, um, and he writes a note, and you like if you want to see what he's writing, you can give me a perception check. But as he's
Oh
talking,
yeah, I'm nosy.
he knows it.
19.
Okay.
No.
No. Okay. Anyone else?
Is it a perception?
You don't have to. It's if like if you want to be nosy and see if you can see what he's writing, you can make a perception check.
I got a 21.
Okay.
20.
All right. So you three can pick out certain words. You can tell he's writing to a venture captain, but you can't make out the name of the venture captain he's writing to. Um, and you can see that it's obviously making it's addressing and referencing um, individuals who are from Absalom. Um, you see that there's mention of some of the different quarters to speak to certain individuals who you're not familiar with, since none of you are from Absalom. Um, so you wouldn't know who any of the names were. Some of them you just, I don't know what that is. And he looks like he's asking for A, further assistance, and B, he is requesting, it looks like, um, you can make out the word absolution, um, and you can see the word heroism. But he like the way he writes is kind of weird, so it's hard to make out all of the letter. But those are the pieces that you can see. He folds it up, gives it a wax seal. His assistant runs out, and you know you're not sure how they're gonna try and get it delivered. But he runs off with the letter to do something with it. And he goes, "Sorry about that. I had to get that bit of business done before I left my mind. Things have been incredibly busy." Um,
Not
uh,
to worry. What have you been busy with exactly?
well, for some reason, the land seems to be a bit more prosperous, so we weren't really prepared for doing any kind of harvest. But, um, with the farmhouse being in the state it is, the family being in the state it is, we were kind of not prepared. So the townsfolk are scrambling to try and assist with getting what we can out of the ground before potentially anything happens again. Um, some of the uh, some of the fishing lanes off the coast seem to be actually providing good catches again. So we're not sure what's happening. We know that there was this bright light um, towards the center of the island, but um, we weren't sure.
Yes. So we made it to the Hermitage and found that Harlock was being held captive by a bunch of
Well, he knows that part because
He was there.
there. Like,
You might
and
want to skip to
so,
the tower.
and then to the tower, basically explains that we've basically had to clear it out, fix the ion stone that was, orbiting it. For the most part, it's fixed. It's a little wobbly. I think it's trying to regain its energies, possibly. But the end result is everything should start trying to work towards normalcy again.
oh, that's good. Um, oof. Um, and Harlock, does he seem better? I haven't had a chance to go back and visit him.
He's got a few of his acolytes helping him around. He's doing all right. Uh, he did notice something from our findings at the tower, but what comes of that will be after tomorrow's show.
Well, I look forward to it. That man, the professor, you call him? He has been, going around, trying to really, um, what's the word? I forget what the word you circus folk use, but he's giving lots of positive praises for the show um, coming up. So the town folk, with the recent boon and with our crops and our fish, and things seem to be generally better. Obviously, there are still many in mourning, but to have some kind of hope is um, amazing, since we've had very little for a long time, and so this would be a very much welcome um, distraction.
Hmm. Well, we are happy to provide. In that regard, I think getting a good night's rest and getting ready for that show tomorrow will be in order.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, so I'll let you be. I can't wait to see it tomorrow. And well, I guess that's that. If there's anything that you need or anything that arises, do let my assistant know, and he'll find me, and we'll see what we can do.
Very well.
Right.
All right, so I think we're done with business here. And we'll start heading towards the professor and the camp and the rest of the gang.
Alrighty. So you guys, head back to the circus grounds, and everybody is like, oh my God, where have you been? We're so worried. We're so glad you're back and you're in one piece. Um, you know, eventually the professor, works his way through the crowd, and, he goes, "Ah, you're back and alive, thankfully."
Indeed. Got many a story to tell you.
And I will introduce Jathal and explain that he also has a circus act to contribute if they wish.
And I will also introduce Wolfie,
Some
my new pet.
some of the performers are looking at it and with a little bit of trepidation, because they're like, I mean, it's still a bloodhound.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a blood wolf. So they're like, okay.
Don't worry, she's got a good handle of it.
We're not.
Yeah, she trusts me. She's great. I'm training her.
Try not to
Then
put
we-
your hands near its cage.
Then we also got these 2 giant eggs.
I'm
Yeah.
also hatching these eggs. Can I get like a nice warm nest for these?
Um, like there's a lot of confused looks. They're like, you went to do something to help the town, and you come back with a demon dog and giant eggs.
Demon dog. She's a wonder. She's a wolf. She's okay. She's not a demon dog. She. It stopped in the middle of the process of
You
changing.
just see Cantrell just.
So she's great. She's lovely. She's a great wolf. So I take a pickle out of her, out of the jar and in her pouch, and like throw it to her.
Oh yeah, she just devours it. She just like mom.
Good. She's great. She'll be fine. Don't worry. She loves people. Right, guys?
Sure. Lovable. And
There,
just carries the egg over to like one of the cabins where he knows where there's some hay bales or something that
I don't know where
rested on.
these are gonna turn into, but I'll be training those two for the.
I
circus.
do know what they're gonna be, and
you do?
You
th-
do?
they're from the same nest where we saw the those raptor types, right?
I thought it was like an ostrich head.
Well, I mean, there are dinosaurs. There were different sets of dinosaurs that you saw.
Right. Which ones did we take these from? Which cage?
You don't know because there weren't any bodies in the nests that you took the eggs from, so you don't know specifically what birthed these eggs.
Well, I have a guess at least.
Well, I have no idea, but I'm gonna raise these two.
For all we know, they're siblings.
I
Yep.
mean, they're like, like the professor is excited. It's been a long time since we've had actual animal act. So, I mean,
That's the goal.
we'll give you all the help that we can. But I mean,
Maybe we can do something with the bear.
you might be very careful. He's still very attached to his previous master. Things might not end well.
I can try.
Just
We gotta perk him up a little bit,
I mean, from they'll tell you that the bear doesn't seem to be out of sorts from whatever happened to him before. They think that he was poisoned or something, because they cleaned out the cabins that had those weird fly trap things.
Right. Yeah.
And the professor said that looking at what was left of them, he could tell that there was some sort of poisonous effect to the residue that they left behind. He said, he basically tells you that they had to empty out the trailer and remove all the nasty from everything.
Right.
Lots of castings of precipitation.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, they're happy. He tells you that tomorrow there's going to be a show. He hopes that at least some, if not all of you, are ready to perform, because you guys are basically the
main attraction.
Yeah, you guys are the highlight of the circus. So.
So I'm going to turn to Jathal and say, so Jathal, would you like to tell the professor exactly what it is that your act would be if you should perform?
Oh, it is a test of skill. Taking some brave individuals, and letting them trust that my aim and accuracy is on point.
You're gonna throw knives at him.
If you want a body for that, I'm totally in.
Well, he doesn't throw knives. You know what he throws? He throws that star knife.
I'm in.
He doesn't go into too much detail. He does say that he will need to go to the market to get some supplies. if he is going to perform.
I'll ask him if he needs any money to do that.
Oh no, I have some funds.
Yeah. Sufficient. Skill.
And she'll like go on with the professor and just like, so I have this plan, and she'll just give her her elaborate plan of how she wants to train Wolfie to catch an axe.
You want to train Wolfie to catch an axe?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
You
I
know,
mean,
the hilt of the axe, not the
Why
sharp
would this
point.
be unexpected?
Yeah,
I mean, you know, it's. I mean, that's an act.
yeah.
It's like,
She's not gonna do it now, but you know, she's done to train how to do it, and she'll be fine. It's not bad with a stitch. She'll start with a stitch, and then work. You know, we'll work her way up to like a fake axe and stuff. You know.
all right. I mean, you know, he looks at you. He looks at you. He looks at the, you know, the pretty much, you know,
Demonic wolf.
large puppy wolf, and he's like, I mean, I guess that'll work. I mean, I've never seen an animal be the catcher for a throwing act, but I mean, hell, you know, there's a time and place for everything, right?
Yeah, I think
S-
the people will love it.
I'm pretty sure that they will be on the edge of their seat when you hurl an axe at your wolf.
Oh, I'm not hurling the axe at her. I plain fetch.
Oh, you're just gonna throw it on the ground and she returns it to you.
No, she's gonna catch the axe
In the air, but
in the air. I throw it up, and she catches it.
So juggling.
Yeah, it's part of my juggling act.
I'm no. We'll discuss it.
It's not gonna happen right away, but I'm gonna train her to do that. So.
Yeah, he has a completely different picture of this act in his head.
It'll
I
come
thought
together.
you did throwing, not juggling, though. To just.
I juggle to throw, and then I throw them onto a target. That's my original
Oh, okay.
act.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So it starts juggling, then I start throwing to make a bullseye.
Yep. All right, so you guys will figure out what you guys are gonna do. Jathal bids, excuses himself so he can get to the market before it closes, since it's kind of duskish. And worst case scenario, you might have to do some shopping in the morning. And everyone, refresh yourself with what your acts are and the circus process. You have the spreadsheet for the circus, right? Cantrell?
Yes.
Okay, because I gave you that responsibility and you took it willingly.
Performers. Chapter 1. Putting on the show. All I got is a picture for that. Life in the circus. Running a circus.
No,
Is blank.
you should have
Preparing for the show is blank. Putting on a show is a picture. And
No.
payout and prestige is blank.
You should have a spreadsheet that actually has all the info for the circus. If you don't, I'll grab a copy of it. I gave you a link to it so that way you can manage it, since you took on the responsibility of
It's
being
nowhere
the
in my
ringmaster.
journal. So.
Wouldn't be in your journal. It would be a Google Doc.
Google Doc. And I've had a different computer since then.
Doesn't matter. Google's Google. Follows you everywhere.
Yeah, as in I don't have it saved. So I need that.
No, you just go to share. You just
Doesn't
go to.
it doesn't live in the cloud or something?
Yeah, you just go to
Yeah,
share.
it
you
lives in
just
the
go
cloud.
Just go to share with me. Lives in the cloud. You know.
Then I need to go to Google Drive.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
As in you need to provide the link.
Well, it should be under your shared with me because I gave it to you before.
Shared with me. Which is part of the journal.
We'll
No,
figure it out.
not in Roll20.
Not in roll
Not in
20, and it's in Google. So you want to go to Google Drive, and then on your sidebar, you should have a section that says "Shared with me," and as long as you've opened it at least once, from when I gave you the link, you should have it listed in there.
No.
If not,
Shared with me. How
So
long
while we're
ago? How long ago was this anyway?
I don't remember, but it should be in your list. If not, I'll find it and I'll resend it to you. I know it's under
Well,
my
just
stuff.
one more time. What was it called again?
I think it's called. Um, I think it's called Circus Management or something like that. It has like a very obvious like circusy name to it or something.
Hero's Handbook.
Nope, that's not it.
Armor and weapon durability. Nope, that's from the other campaign. Let's see.
Nope. We'll find it.
Is it-
Let's take a break since it's been a little
Yeah,
bit.
I was
Yeah.
gonna ask.
Please share it with me again.
Yep, I will do that. All right, guys. So we're gonna take a break. When we come back, it'll be circus time. We haven't had a circus performance in a while.
Yeah,
So
not since like the first couple episodes.
So let's see if these guys remember how to actually do it. It'll be fun watching them flub their way. So
We've got the break to go get into our circus outfits.
I just stay this. I stay the same. So
Shimmer still hasn't practiced her act, so
Hey,
oh man, that's
first time for everything.
That's to be interesting. So let's see. I need to go here. And oh god, stupid thing.
and also Shathra, you're supposed to be part of my act.
am I supposed to catch you? Or I think I'm supposed to catch you in your trapeze act or something.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
You guys are doing some weird stuff.
We already have a trapeze family, so.
Well,
Yeah.
that's tightrope walking or something.
Alrighty, so we'll figure it out.
Right.
And I love that they updated my modules because they actually added stuff to the jukebox. So I actually have official music for this module now. I love it.
Not
Makes
that we
me-
were
awesome.
listening to any, but yeah, that sounds good.
It's good.
You should hear it if you're in Roll20. Oh, if
I
you-
keep
you-
Is it not
Yeah,
coming
I
through
hear it.
Sirenscape or?
no, this isn't coming through Sirenscape. This is coming through actual Roll20.
Yeah,
Oh,
I hear
cool.
it now.
Okay, I certainly hear it.
Yeah, I hear it now.
Alrighty, that's good. So I think everyone else should be able to hear it. So because it's coming through my audio, so that's
I see it. I see it playing. I just don't
Alright.
have up.
all right. Cool. So that's good. Alrighty, so I'm gonna put us on Be Right Back, and we'll catch you guys on the flip.
I did the same thing happened to Beldrup, only she had it
And
worse and she
we're
ran back.
live.
Hello.
Yay!
Hello.
I kind of remember the order of the circus acts. Problem is, I just don't have the cards to verify their numbers.
Okay. So. Alrighty, so I sent links.
We have our NPCs on the in our life in the circus thing.
They're doing good. Let me turn off this jukebox for a second. Hold on. Trunk, and stop. Boom. Alrighty. So,
Some reason when we went live, I lost that sound in my
Really?
headset.
It was
He
still
just turned it
playing.
off.
Oh, there we go.
But but before he said I'm turning it off, I didn't have it.
I've got the cards. Axel's amazing aviary.
Yep.
Yeah, Elysia, Featherfall 5, Slime Bomb Sisters, Mordain the Magician. All right.
Oh, this is why.
Okay.
This is why athletics. This is why I have my athletics.
My athletics and acrobatics are almost same.
My athletics is now 13, and now I see why. I remember why I picked athletics to increase my skill.
I
Now,
got
has the performer's skills gone up in any way?
No,
Up or down? No?
Not from the last one. No.
Okay.
also it looks like the stream froze for a second.
Yeah, because I had to switch over to the other, to the map to adjust for the map, so it's gonna stop the stupid the cam. I have to figure out how to stop that from happening. I'm not sure because I'm doing a window capture, and it should capture regardless because I have that screen maximized in the background, but for some reason it's just going, nope, you're just gonna fail.
It wants to be a problem child.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have these problems before the OBS update, so I don't know if it's that or if it's Discord. My Discord's been acting dumb today, so I don't know. It's frustrating. So let's do. So I need to do this so that way you guys are in focus, and then. All right, so I see everyone moving. All right, cool. So everything should be moving again now because now everybody's in focus.
Yay!
Yay! And all right, let me. I didn't copy tokens, so it's gonna do it again.
Yay! New look from what I can remember.
No, that's you. You're used to seeing the outer circus, like the adventuring area. That's that's.
But we did do a show once before, and I thought it looked a little different.
As a whole, you've done 3 shows before.
Well, I've been at 1, so.
Yeah, you've done 1. There's been a total of 3. This will be your 4th in total.
When do I need to do a refresh or something to see that?
I haven't moved the tab over yet.
Okay.
I'm gathering all of you guys because you're spread out throughout the tower map. Okay, I think that's everybody. I should copy these monsters too, just for surprise.
But we don't say we did.
I mean, how about we do and do?
This coming from someone who wants to throw axes at a dog. I don't know.
No, I'm not throwing them. She's catching them. She's throwing them at her.
Well, There's
Oh,
going to
that's
be
right.
sharp, pointy things heading in her general direction.
Give me a
but
second.
that's the point. It's the shock factor. She's not Chechen. She will. I'll train her very well before I actually attempt this.
Okay, give me a second because this map was updated, so they put on dynamic lighting. I need to turn that off. There we go. Like there was a recent patch update, so a lot of the maps got updated. So
It's not her catching it so much I'm worried about. It's if you have to roll for your throwing.
I mean, you know,
I have to roll for her catching.
I mean, it's the
'Cause
whole
I'll be yeah.
it's the whole catching, like, you know, on the blade side.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like,
what I'm. But I'll have a hero point ready for that.
oh, speaking of hero points, since we've come back from
Your
the rest,
point.
everyone gets a point.
So
Yep.
do we get a new point to have 2 if we haven't used one? Or
Yes.
oh,
Okay.
that's one thing I like about Pathfinder over D&D 5e.
Also, Shimmer's going to be on guard duty again, apparently. So,
So
Wolfie,
does Shima not have an act?
she does, but she hasn't practiced it.
Okay.
We haven't had time to practice.
Okay, I'll put you guys there. So now you should see yourselves. And then I have to go over here and do it on the other screen, which is going to basically freeze the cameras because, you know, F my life as a freaking, you know, hosting this thing alive. So,
Okay.
so we're going to do that. Okay, so everyone's there, just sort of centralized. So you're basically behind the prep curtains, like over here. And then, you know, when the whole thing starts, you'll do the doobly-doos.
I guess Shimmer's going to be somewhere over here then,
The
guarding
doobly-doos.
entrances and whatnot.
Wolfie's right beside you.
Alrighty. So,
Yeah. Actually, I think the entrances are the ones where the thingies extend further.
Where?
You can see one on the far, like on the extreme east, extreme west, 3 on the south,
Okay.
and 1 on the north side.
yeah, this is...
Okay.
The entrances, I believe, are here. This
So,
is
like,
exits
here?
for you guys. Yeah. Here. And
Okay.
there. Okay. So.
And Shoth was letting Wolfie tag along with me on guard duty, so.
Okay.
She'll also give you some pickles in case you want to give her some treats.
Just gonna give her
So I
loose
get-
pickles to have around.
Yeah.
She's got a jar of her own pickles. She can decide if she wants to share them. I'm not sure if
So
she wants to walk around with loose pickles.
So Shimmer's gonna do like a sort of like a route around the back of the bleachers to make sure there's no shenanigans going on behind them and such.
All
And
right.
patrol just like the perimeter.
All right. So you guys do not have to worry about. Actually, let me see. Edit. Yep, everyone has access to that. Alright, so you don't have to worry about... So you have access to the whole running the circus, so you know what's what. You don't have to prepare, because the professor took care of all that stuff. He tells you, Cantrell, that he didn't actually buy anything. Just the fact that you guys have been around doing like heroic shit for the town was pretty much just like, you know, hey, see the hero performers, yada 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 yada.
Now they're definitely gonna expect us to perform.
So, all right, and that's that. actual putting on the show. Alrighty. So, just as a reminder, um, for those who haven't seen a circus performance in a while for this particular program, so a major part of this particular campaign is that there is actually a circus to be put on. It is a continually going on in the foreground or background thing. Um, so, um, so I need to
Be
know.
right back.
Oh, okay. So there's enough of you to make the decisions. So I need to know. So from your last performance, your final funds is 39 gold total.
Yep.
Okay, you should have that number at least, right?
Yes, got that.
All right, cool. So that's from the previous performance. Um, you don't have to do any promoting for the circus because with all the heroism and stuff you've been doing, you basically got the max anticipation. So that can be good or bad depending on how your performances go.
Right.
Um, so I need to know um, if if through circus funds or funds of your own, and you have to use partial circus funds. So if you're going to supplement circus funds, the most you can do is 50% out of your own personal monies,
Gotcha.
because the circus still has to pay for itself. Um, it's not a, oh, we got like adventure money, so we're just going to pump that into the circus. The circus has to be sustainable for the times when you're not around. So
Right.
all right. So you did not. I know you were thinking about doing a permanent upgrade, but no one actually.
We've already funneled 20 gold for the upgrade to the tent.
Oh, that's right. Did I mark that in the previous one?
Did you not?
Oh, because I didn't because I you were marking it and I was gonna prepare it for the current one. All right. So going forward, you did do the big expansion, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
That was the only thing I think we've done so far. So
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Yeah. So you have the big expansion. So your anticipation is at 50. I gave you 20 anticipation for all the harrowing due. The professor didn't try to get any more anticipation than that.
right.
Are you going to do any of the temporary upgrades?
I believe we're not this time around. Like, think. What were some of those temporary upgrades again?
Beer, confections, disposable binoculars.
Uh, we can do disposable binoculars.
That you can't do yet because your prestige is too low.
Oh,
The only ones
Beer.
the ones you can do right now are beer.
just beer.
Yep.
Uh, well, considering that you know town's thriving again and the bar's open. Oh wait, the bar's gone.
No,
Hmm.
the bar has been repaired.
Okay. So how much for the ale?
So the beer is 5 gold pieces, and that will generate an additional 2d6 anticipation for the show. And tricks with audience trait gain a +2 circumstance bonus. However,
Oh, nice.
if there's a heckler event, um, is automatic. However, so if you do beer, the heckler event is automatically triggered, in addition to any other random event rolled. So there's going to be hecklers if you
Fun.
provide beer, because there's
Would
beer. Beer always leads to rowdy people.
Shima has Wolfie. She can definitely intimidate some hecklers with Wolfie and her combined.
yeah, that's fair. So I think we'll go ahead and spend that 5 gold.
Yeah. If Jathal performs, he does have like audience participation, so that might, enhance that too.
Yep. So we're down to 34 gold. Ale is
Okay.
provided.
Okay. Alrighty. So somebody roll me a 2d6.
All right,
Roll it, Tantro.
here it comes.
Our ringleader.
4.
Okay.
24 anticipation. Not bad.
Okay. Why did you not? This is. Alrighty. So let's put this 24. I don't know why you didn't update automatically. Oh, because it's a manual. That's why. Alright, so you have 24 anticipation. And alrighty, so I'm presuming you guys are gonna jump right in. So have you guys decided what order you guys want to do?
All right, first things first, I need to know who of the players is actually going to be performing.
I'll perform.
I will. Jathal will.
So Jasal is doing his own act.
Yes.
Right.
And I believe that Shothra wanted to help participate in his act.
Yeah,
Okay.
I want to get a star dagger thrown at me.
So are you going to do your own act as well, or are you just
Yeah.
going to participate?
I'm gonna do my own act as well. I'm gonna do both.
Okay.
Is that possible? I mean, I'm just like standing there being like a
Different
like an apple
equipments,
on
I
my
guess.
head.
Yep, nope, that's doable.
All right. So, with that being in mind, we're going to take Mordain off the list and the Flamboni sisters off the list. So,
Okay.
we have Axel's Amazing Aviary. Who would like to be part of the second part?
Who's taking the main stage on the opening?
Good question. Do you want it to be the Featherfall 5 or one of yourselves?
I think it should be Jathal. Start off with a bang.
Jathal first?
Yeah, on the main stage, and then have like one of the other people be like the supporting ones.
All right, so I'm going to...
Or even Gwennon be the supporting role on the side.
Hold on.
I do a side.
Hold. If you could move Jathal here, please. Just move him here.
Hold on. Where'd you want me to put him?
The center ring at the top there, where I'm pinging.
Okay.
Put him right there. All right. So after Jathal, we can put Axel's Amazing Aviary, and who else would like to go there? Featherfall 5, Elysia the Mr. Tickles, Dwarven Throwers, or yourselves?
I always think.
Go
What do you
ahead.
think? Go ahead. No, you go, Siva.
I'll do a side.
Okay, so go ahead and put your token right there. On the right side of the center ring.
Okay.
Would
There.
it be one of the other rings here?
No.
So
No.
the way
I'm just... Let me just explain what's going on. So I have the performers tabbed down to an order, like a checklist. So if you wouldn't mind putting it right there, see if I right like 2 squares to the left.
2 squares to the left.
Right inside the ring.
Yeah,
Here?
just yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
So right now I have the Aviary and Gwennon right after Jathal.
Yeah,
And then the main act, who do we want that to be?
That's the big number.
That's the big number. Do you want it to be Featherfall 5, the Dwarven Throwers, or yourself, Livel?
I could probably do be the main one.
Okay, so go ahead and put yourself at the bottom of this center ring here. Okay. And then we'll end with the Featherfall 5. Dwarven Throwers and Elysia and Mr. Tickles can be the 2 sidebars around the Featherfall 5.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 acts.
All right. You want to put that in the sheet, or you want me to do it for you?
I've got it. I'm gonna write it down. That way, I have a turn order. Fall, Aviary, and Gwynn. Then we have Shathra. And then we've got Dwarven Throwers, the Mr. Tickles, and the Featherfall 5. All right.
Okay. So the opener is the
The opener is just all.
All right. So you have the link I gave you to the show sheet, right?
Where did you give me the link?
In our channel, our chat channel.
Our chat channel. Back on Discord. Jumping around here. Wayward. Third show. Fourth current. Quest access. Requesting access. I'm guessing your phone's tied to your Google Drive.
It should have just given it to you. I must have did something wrong.
Refresh. Nope, still denied.
Hold on a second. Bum, bum, bum.
I've got the third one, the third show.
Here we go. Allow. I'll fix that later, but you should have access now.
Okay. Nope, still need access.
I just gave it to you.
Still need access. Still need access.
I swear I'm gonna punch you in the head. Okay. Do it now.
There we go. I'm on the fourth sheet. Fourth show. So,
Okay.
let's see. Means this one is going to be Gwyn. As soon as I can edit it. Request edit access. Actually, cancel that. Basically, the finale is the Dwarven Tossers, the Tickles, and the 5. The big number is Shathra. 2 build-ups, Aviary and Gwynn. Opener is Jathal.
You just gotta just put everything in the performer.
You know, you make these sheets way too complicated, man.
It's not complicated.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
So PC
right.
name 1.
No, you switch over. You don't have to worry about that.
Circus show.
Just go over to the right hand side and just go to where it's showtime, because that's where you are.
Showtimes, got it. We got the beer 4. Participation 24. All right. We
You're
got
looking at the left
Jathal.
side.
Yep. Oh, the left side.
Yeah.
Circus of Wayward Wanderers, Aberton. Where do you want me to look exactly?
I'm sorry. God, I'm fucking dyslexic. Right side, under showtime.
Gotcha. Showtime. Thank you.
I said the right thing, but my brain said the wrong direction.
Yes. All right. So I see Jathal is in Act 1. I see Aviary is part of the build-up.
Yep. This is why I don't drive. To protect all of you guys. Because that's how my brain works.
Yep. And I see that your name's in there. Basically, that spot is going to be Gwynn.
So...
All right. Act 3, big number, is going to be Shathra.
Alrighty. And remember, the finale is a 3-ring act. So what's going to happen?
Yep. It's going to be the Dwarven Tossers, the Elysia and Tickles.
I forgot how to spell it.
Just put E and Tickles.
Put E and T.
Yep.
Makes it easy for me. E.T. phone home.
Exactly. And then the last one is the triple F.
The pitiful.
Yeah. 3 Fs. Yep. And that's our order.
Alrighty. So let's do this. Bum, bum, bum. I want to. Let's see.
Now, for those at home, were you able to see that or no?
No, because it's a Google sheet, and I don't want people seeing my link.
Good.
Nope, I don't want that one. This one.
Yeah, it's music. All right.
Okay. So, alrighty. So, FYI, so Jathal, Aviary. I need a token for Aviary.
That's fine.
So, but what we'll do is I'm going to put us on cams because there's not really, unless something actually happens.
Yeah, unless there's actually combat, it doesn't matter.
So you don't need to worry about the map for right now. I'll make things a little bit easier for us. Alrighty, so Jathal. Alright, so Jathal steps out. And he is, and you guys have not seen him since he's prepared for this act. He's corralled a couple of helpers in the circus to help him, and there are some barrel steps positioned around the center ring, and the lights are dark. The crowd is, kind of like, everyone's like, just, oohing and eyeing, about what's going on. And spotlight hits the center stage, the center ring, and there is Jathal, who is in this Harlequinesque outfit with different butterflies in shapes and sizes positioned all around this leotard that he's wearing, and he has this this very audacious butterfly mask that he's wearing, and he is just hands extended with his star knife in one hand, and he just goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, special guests, prepare yourself for a show of thrilling wonder. Before we begin, I need some willing volunteers." And he starts scanning the crowd to see if he can find anyone who's willing to come up to the actual stage, and a couple people do. He starts off with, 2 people, a man and a woman. They introduce themselves. They're a couple. This is a date for them, and he and he stands them on two separate barrel lids, and then he, you know, reaches into what he like a barrel that he has near him, and he pulls out, you know, two rather large, you know, fruit. And then he looks at both of them and he like, you know, says with a chuckle, "You don't mind getting dirty, do you?" And you know, they look at him with some, you know, trepidation, you know, because they're like, you know, what's going on? And he tells them to stay as still as possible, and he puts these, you know, they look like, you know, big, you know, melons, you know, not watermelons but like, you know, cantaloupe type size things, and he puts them on their heads, and he makes sure that they're positioned on the barrel steps in such a way that they're about equal size. And then he goes, "Excellent, things have prepared." And then um, did I lose my drum roll? I did. I have to find it later. I think the one I had was broken, so I deleted it. Grr. So he does a couple cartwheels, and he's on the opposite end of the ring, and he goes, "All right, deep breaths," and they just, you know, kind of just, you know, just, and they have this just look of terror in their eyes, and he just, you know, does this very elaborate pirouette and hurls his star knife off center in the direction of these two people.
Oh boy.
Now, you've never seen Jathal use his star knife this way, because he usually just chucks it at whatever he intends to, like, you know, do harm to.
Right. Right now, that's the fruits.
Right now, that's the fruits. So I rolled really well. So he throws his star knife, and this is a signature act for him. So, signature act. And let's see. 13. What is your hit? Bum bum bum. Plus 13. So 26. So that is great, because that is a critical success for his first toss.
Oops.
Oh, nice.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Now, is there any way that Gwennon can peek out from behind the curtains to see what's going on?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
like all the other performers are, like, you know, looking through slits. Some of them are laying on the ground, like with their, like, you see their heads pulled over the curtains. They're just like, you know, looking at it. They're just like, whoa, wow, that's really nuts. So basically, he, you know, he hurls this thing, and it does this, like, this scary curve where it looks like it's going straight for the man, and it like whooshes to the side and whips across the top of both their heads, cleanly slicing the melons in half, to the point where everyone's like, and then like his star knife flies right back into his hand, and he catches it, and he does, you know, a little, you know, flourish, and he bows, and then he asks the man, the woman to bow, and as they bow, the two melons fall off their head, cut in two, straight in half. And
Yeah.
and the crowd is, you know, just like, they're just, you know, they have no idea what's going on. That was just insanity. Um, and so now he is going to ask for Shothra to come out.
I come
Ah.
out, strutting out, and I, "What's up?"
Right. And he goes, "Do me a favor, please." And he hands you like two torches, and they're not lit.
Okay.
All right. So he hands you two torches, and he asks you. So he basically positions you in the center of the stage, and he asks you to hold them out, just arm's length. And so then he goes over to the end of the ring, and then he grabs this like jug that was left there and prepared for him, and he like pours this like black something on the tips of his star knives,
Sure.
and he strikes a flint, and the tips of his blades on his star knife are now on fire.
This is pretty cool.
Interesting.
And he goes off to the edge of the ring, and again it's cartwheels and rolls, and he's basically doing this choreographed fire dance with his star knife, and the crowd is just like oohing and awing, and they're just like, oh my god, this is incredible, what's going on, what's he gonna do? Everyone's like, oh my god, he's not gonna try and light, how, what's he gonna do, he has to throw it twice and blah 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 and all this crazy stuff. So he goes and he puts his back towards Shathra, and then he spins and hurls his star knife almost directly at her. Okay. And so not a critical success, but a success.
Oh, phew. I don't need an injury before my performance.
So what happens is that you see is that this, he throws the star knife, and it whips past the first torch and catches it on fire as it whips past, and it goes like maybe 10-15 feet past Shathra, and then loops around and then heads back towards him, and it so this is now behind you because you're facing him. And so the audience is astonished as they basically see this flaming wheel of fire kick around and come around the other side. And as you're holding up the other torch, it just whoosh goes right past it and into his hand. And he puts out the fire real fast, and he gives a deep, deep bow. And then he points to you so you can give a bow with your flaming torches.
I give a bow. Kind of like shocked and looking at him like, wow.
And then he's just, does his little, thing, and he, dances off because he doesn't want to risk the -10 to the third chuck because, that might end badly. So,
Yeah.
and he's gonna call it there with two actions, and then he just dashes off.
A round of applause for the daring butterfly.
Alrighty. So which one of you brave individuals wants to roll for the Avery and describe their act?
I'll do the aviary since I'm going to be in the back scene. All right. The man comes out into the left stage, introduces himself as Axel the Amazing, and explains that, as per custom, we don't want to scare off all of our patrons and have a little more lightheartedness. Show that there is some levity to this circus. As he says that, one of the parts of his cloak is kind of bustling, and he decides, I have a few friends that would like to meet you all. And hey, not a critical success, but a success nonetheless. Got a 19 on that roll. As some of his doves start flying over the crowd. and putting on a bit of an aerial show. Now, what could be a little better? Ah, yes. Perhaps they could make a song for us. As he gives off a few hand signals, and a few more birds fly out of his other side of his cloak. Okay, then. The DC goes up by 5 every act, right?
-5, yep.
Down
either-
5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause
the difficulty
the-
goes up, or the skill check goes down.
yeah, the tricks have a map. So basically,
Okay. So with a 19 on the die, 14 plus 7 is 21. That's critical, I think. No, it's not. That's a success. It's a regular success. Yes. That's a regular success. As the birds start humming a tune pretty close to what the music is doing, and the crowd seems to carry on. And then he notices the children in the crowd, noticing that all the parents and all the adults are drinking, says, doesn't seem so fair that only the adults get to have treats around here. Off with you. And as he does so, the rest of his birds fly out, carrying candy to the children. Oh boy. Oh. 15% chance this works.
-10 to that. -10 to that roll.
Alright, so 18 minus 10 is 8, plus 7 is 15, which is
There
the
you
DC.
go. On the money.
Alright, and the children obviously get their treat. And says, now that's a little more even ground. One more. Just kind of lets it out and starts walking off.
Alrighty. So it is now Gwennen's go.
Okay, so Gwennen's going to come out, and she will walk out. She will be wearing her circus attire, which is the striped tights, and then the bodice is made to look like a Desna butterfly, and it's shimmery, and then the bottom part of it below the waist kind of goes down into wings, so it's kind of floaty and has a bit of an ethereal look. And she comes out and bows deeply, and she says, it's my pleasure to entertain you today, and at the same time I am going to pay homage to my goddess Desna.
Right, and right when you say that, as Shima and Wolfie are patrolling the stands, these like two obviously drunk guys are about to start heckling. But however, since Shima is on security guard duty, one of the great effects of security guard duty is that any random rolls of for hecklers or scalpers or whatever are negated. So the hecklers, they're just like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr," and then they're about to pipe up, and then Wolfie just steps
Growls.
up to them and then just growls, and then the reddish parts of her fur start to glow bright, and they're just like, and Shima just gives them the nod, like, step to it, and they just like, just scurry out of the circus tent.
Thanks for your shared fare.
Good job, Wolfie.
So Gwen's a little unnerved, but she's going to continue on, and she will hold out her hands, and she will use prestidigitation to conjure 3 ice daggers for her juggling. So now, basically, the idea is that she's just going to juggle these until they melt. So I would then roll, and that would be is that an acrobatics to roll on that one?
It'll tell you under the juggler feat because you specifically took juggler, so you're juggling, so that's what you roll
Yeah, I
against.
was looking in my notes here. Okay, the juggler.
It should be on your character sheet.
On my character sheet.
Yeah, because it's an actual feat for juggling.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I've actually got the juggler. Oops, I'm sorry. The juggler dedication too. Okay, that's not what I need though. It doesn't seem to say what I'm rolling against. I'm sorry.
Hold on, I have to pull it up because you should have under your feats. You should have the juggle feat listed because you get
Yeah,
that for
it says
having it.
juggle free, and then it says use it in several ways. And I'm going to
Hold on.
juggle for a while, but it doesn't say.
What we'll do is we'll just call it a performance check.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I know there's a limited number of things you can juggle based on how you're invested in it.
Yeah.
But if it's not written down, then we'll just go with what you have. I know for a fact is within the baseline for juggle. So just do a regular. If you're not increasing the number of daggers, then a normal performance check should be fine.
So we'll do a performance check. So that's going to be a 16 and 12, so that's 28.
Okay, that is a critical success. So your DC is 15.
Okay. Now, it says when I get the juggler feat, I can make a second cast for more ice daggers. So as these have melted, can I make that second cast?
Yep.
And do it again?
It's basically as they're melting and disappearing, you're juggling, and because remember you have your offhand to cast with, which is the condition for the juggle.
Mm-hmm.
So you technically don't run out of knives because as they're dissipating, you're constantly refreshing yourself by casting with your offhand.
Okay. So now if I increase the number of them, does that incur a penalty in itself or no?
I think you can do up to 6 without a penalty right now for your level.
Okay. So that's what I will do. I will get 6 going and roll for that then.
All right.
So that is now with a -5 to my roll, but still with the performance, right?
Yep.
Okay. So that is a 6. So that's the 13. So I'm going to use a hero point and reroll.
Alrighty.
Okay. It's 13 minus 8. And... So that's a dirty 20.
As a success.
All right. So at that point, I am going to stop casting so that the basically as I'm juggling, eventually they just all melt. I'm not holding anything, and I will do a graceful bow and walk off the stage.
Alrighty. Cloud gives you a round of applause. They're like, yeah. Alrighty. So it looks like it's Shothra's go.
I'm gonna put myself on voice activity for this because I was using push to talk the entire time. She's gonna walk out with her big axe in hand. Welcome all to our Wayward Wanderer show. Hope you've been enjoying the axe. Now it's time to switch something up to a bit more
The axe.
sharper. Ahaha! To a more sharper show. I am Shathra, the raging wolf, and you'll see why in just a moment. But for now, let's start off with a little bit something dangerous. And she's gonna put her big axe down in the ground, and take her hatchets from her belt, and start juggling.
Okay.
Do I need to roll a performance check or something?
Yep.
Okay.
What'd you get?
What'd you get?
27. Oh, did that come
27.
through?
Yeah, I did
Yeah,
say
27. Oh,
that is a
Alright.
critical.
That's critical success.
she's gonna be juggling, and then she's going to take. When she's about ready to throw her axe back up in the air, but she has targets all around her, like little target dummies.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna take that hatchet, and throw it.
Alright, so
And
so the throwing at the target dummy is an attack,
Yeah,
not a performance, but you still suffer the same attack
Yeah.
penalty.
yeah. And she's going to let out a bellowing roar as she starts to rage.
Okay.
And
So
she's
you're
going
raging before or after?
before.
Okay.
Before.
Yeah, I was misunderstanding that part.
And she's going to throw it. Teen on the dot.
15 on the dot. Nice.
15 on the dot.
That is a normal success.
Yep. Okay, hold on. Are you going for a third try?
Yes, I am no go for a third try.
Alrighty.
Okay. This is a -8 because I have agile.
Yep.
Yep. Math is hard. Hold on.
And
Calculator.
Don't forget, you have hero points.
I know. It wasn't 11. Is that my X? Yeah. We'll use a hero point.
Yeah. You're at a -5 at the moment.
I'm at a -8. I already did the -4. Or -5. I already did that one.
Yeah, because you don't have the agile thing going.
I do. It's part of my trick.
Oh, what is it? Oh.
Yeah.
So you're at the -8 part.
Yeah.
Okay.
One more hero point. That dice is giving me low rolls.
I'm about to send in the clowns.
Don't send them in yet. Not send them in yet.
Not yet.
Okay, that is much better.
What'd you get on the die?
17.
Oh, yeah,
That
you're good.
is a dirty 20 now.
Nice. It's a success.
Yep. Okay. Okay, checks.
This time she chucks it behind her.
Hmm.
To the target that's behind her. She has like one to the side and then one behind her.
Fair enough.
And then she'll catch the last hatchet and take a bow.
Hmm.
Okay.
Take out my hero points now. Because I used both of them on that.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Who's gonna do the dwarven tossers?
I guess I can do the dwarven tossers. Dwarven throwers, I should say. These few gentlemen come out. Oi, you ready to see some explosions? Hey, howdy. Did you make sure to pack the powder right? Of course I did, Jerry. You take me for a fool. I climb in the cannon.
He's climbing the cannon.
He's gonna do a acrobatics to jump into the cannon. And does so just 15 straight across the board. All right. Now, aim it. What did you say, Jerry? I said aim it. Maim it? What? Open your ears, lad. What? Tonk. And let's see. They're going to try their athletics to try and shoot him across the stage onto the other side where there is a landing platform. Alright, that is a total of 22 on that one.
Alrighty. Normal success.
And,
Alrighty.
and then they're going to... Hey, you want to do another one? Already on it, lad. Gets in there, climbs in, has the fuse in a stick, ready to go. All right, it's on you. That is going to be a 16 total for that one. As he shoots up, looks like he's about to overshoot it. Jerry, watch out! Boom. And just kind of lands right next to Larry. Ah, not bad. You fly pretty good. Of course I do. I'm aerodynamic. What's that mean?
I'm aerodynamic. Okay.
Means I've got a lot of hair on my face, enough for flying. As they give a bow and leave. It is Elysia's turn. Should I just roll for the rest of them?
If you want
What
to.
do you think? All right.
I have one hero point left if you need.
I still got my 2 hero points.
Yeah. Cantrell's got 2 as well. All right, so Elysia comes out alone at first. It's like, not as flashy as what I'm going to be doing. Or maybe too flashy. I can't tell with this couple of dwarves. Well, some of you seem to be a little heated from your drinks. Maybe a little bit of a cool down should help out. As one of the snakes has been hiding along the ground behind her, just kind of climbs up and makes an intimidation check to see if anyone gets scared enough. It's going to be a 11 plus 7, so that's 18 for the success on that. As it just kind of like opens its mouth and it's finally a little more visible the crowd. It's like, oh, there you are, Mr. Tickles. And this long python just kind of climbs around. Like, where are the rest of your friends? As she's gonna give a bit of a hiss, try and control the other vipers to show up that were also on top of Mr. Tickles. Gonna re-roll that. All right. Gonna be another 16 for the second check. As more vipers just kind of spray around her like a Medusa. And maybe no, I don't think you want to meet the biggest one. But that'll be all for tonight. Thank you. And she will actually walk away.
Alrighty.
Now for the finale.
Third ring.
The nuts go up. Lights go out to the two ends. On one side, the Kanbawi family starts climbing up. And Cantrell will finally make his appearance underneath the net. The Kanbawi family is death-defying. Let us see how many times they can defy it tonight. And they're going to go ahead and use athletics to climb across first.
Okay.
Ooh. That is, let's see, there's +6, and that's a 19. That's 25. That's a critical success. As a couple of the members start making their way, just walking and flipping across the tight ropes.
Okay.
The third and fourth members start doing their flips and aerial feats by swinging around the rope like a gymnast almost. Let's see here. We're going to be using their acrobatics for this one. It's 8. It's a 26 minus 5 is 21. That's a normal success.
Yeah. Family is still intact.
Family is still intact, and no one's. Well, they got a safety net rope finally that's functional. So that's nice. And then let's see. Yep, the last member starts making their way across with the balancing stick, of course.
Oh, it's gonna go for it.
Yep. This will be acrobatics for sure. Okay. So 8 plus 8 is going to be 16. That is a success as the last member comes across.
Alrighty. Cool. You guys did it.
And we didn't have to use the clowns.
Didn't have to use the clowns this time.
No clowns.
Yeah.
Didn't have to use the clowns.
Ooh.
I think that's the first circus performance we've actually nailed.
Alrighty, so the crowd like erupts, and remember the finale is happening simultaneously, so all those things are happening at the same time.
Oh yeah. So while the dwarves are flying through the air, they're balancing on the rope, and a snake is somehow appearing all over Elysia.
Yeah, your camera's not focusing on you, Weird, for some reason. I'm not sure why. So the audience erupts into cheers. They're just, they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. We love you guys. It's like, They're just screaming out your names, like, Wayward Wonders, Wayward Wonders. They're all like, they have those like, makeshift like, clacker sticks to have at the, at the NBA. They're just like, clack, clack. And the mayor, stands up and he says, some kind words. And he basically, announces to the people in attendance that because of the help that you guys have given, holy wow, that is a raid and a half.
Oh,
Wow.
Raid!
Yay!
welcome,
Wow.
Raiders.
Wow.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thank you. That was
Oh.
girthy. I felt that in my balls.
How many was that again? I didn't.
That's-
21.
that's
A party
21.
of 21.
It
Welcome.
was awesome. You
Fantastic.
guys just missed the circus performance. I'm sorry.
But it was
Oh, no.
brilliant.
It was
Watch the
brilliant.
VOD later. Watch the VOD
Yes,
later.
please watch the VOD later and go back and check the performance. And brought torches and pitchforks. No, they were good. There was no need for the torches and pitchforks. They were good.
We didn't even have to use the clowns.
Woo!
So the mayor basically announces to all the people in attendance that he has made a declaration that all of the performers and participants of the Circus of Wayward Wonders are now officially Abertonians. So you're officially considered citizens of the city henceforth.
Nice.
And another round of applause erupts. Everyone's just like, yay, blah blah, everything's so happy. But everything goes to a close. So in addition to whatever funds you had from the previous show, your final funds for this performance is 25, so that gets added to your previous show earnings. So I'm not sure, minus the 5 for the beer.
See, that was a total of how much again?
So it was 39. So 39 minus 5 would be 34, plus the 25 you have now.
5. That's a total of 59. Cool. Got quite a good haul out of that one.
Okay, so let's see. All right, so you've done all that. Yeah, 59. So let's see. Prestige. So let's see. Prestige. So you're currently at 2 prestige. Oh no, you had. What gave you a 3rd prestige? Because that's how you got the.
Was it the what gives prestiges, by the way?
Let's see. I think you invest money into it,
Right.
and just as you gain notoriety.
Mm-hmm.
We did advertise for one performance, even though we weren't there.
It's true.
Let's see. Checks can
We
go
made
on.
posters and things.
Yep. Give me one quick second here. Bum, bum, bum. That's going to be in.
I hope Yonka's in the audience with her Cantrell banner.
Yeah.
She probably mass produced them and started selling them.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably.
Well,
Not even the correct spelling, just the same one over and over again. It's
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
or
Yonk-
spelled
Yonk-
different ways on every one, right?
Yonk is still part of the circus, and if you guys want merchandise, that is an option.
Yeah,
We should totally have her do the merchandise.
that would be great.
She
That
can
would be
handle the
awesome.
marketing.
Head of marketing right
Uh-huh.
there.
Yeah, I think we should
Oh,
have. I think we need Cantrell
Satra,
banners
I
as
was meant to
merchandise.
ask.
Hmm.
Satra, did you ever grab those doors from the Hermitage?
No, I did not. I won't be able to use them as shields.
That's right. You wanted to use the actual doors. Shields.
The ones that you practically ripped off the hinges.
Yep.
Let's see. Sees value. Fame. Defaults. Shows. Purchasing spotlights.
Why can't we see Ezra?
Oh, because I did
Ah.
that.
He's bent over or something.
All right. Alrighty,
I'm a
so
fly.
that's why. So every show gives you prestige. So since you completed a successful show, your prestige right now is 4.
Right. Because we
you're
started with 1,
You start with 1. You've had 3 shows.
4th. Now
So
this
this
would be
is the
the
4th
5th
show.
one.
This would be no. This is currently the 4th show. So
Right.
the first show automatically gives you a prestige. Like you start with 1. So at the end of the second, you have 2. At the end of the third, you have 3. You bought the big tent at the end of the third show because you had 3 prestige, which is what you need to get the big tent.
Right. That's why we got the big tent.
Right.
For
So
all
this is the end of the 4th show. So now you have 4 prestige.
Nice.
Alrighty, and let's see. So there aren't very many things you can buy right now with 4 prestige. Like a lot of things are minimum 5. However, with 4 prestige, you can buy spotlights for 40 gold pieces,
Great.
and that will increase your minimum prestige that'll increase your prestige by 1. So you're currently 4. If you purchase the spotlights, that'll give you 5 prestige.
And that's
And
40
then-
gold, you said?
Yep.
That
Right.
leave enough funds for the circus to survive on?
That leaves us with 19, which is honestly enough for a little bit.
Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, do they actually sort of spend money as such then or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. The circus spends money. The performers do their own things. Some of them, that are, cut purses and whatnot and have some shady dealings. But it's circus folk. You got to make. Everyone's got to hustle. So if you guys want to do that, you can do that, and then, since you wouldn't have enough to do another big purchase of anything in particular. Let's see. So let's see. Yeah, you would need 5 to get the bleachers for better seating, which would increase your excitement and lower your anticipation, which is a good thing. Let's see. Spotlights gives you. It's up to you guys. You can get the spotlights now, and then the next performance. I will tell you this. You will have a performance in Eckard.
Right.
So if you want to have the higher prestige for that, you can do so. The other thing you can do is, but the circus will be tight, or you can put in half, because I said you can put in half your funds for it. You can do watermarked tickets. Watermarked tickets are 50 gold pieces, and what that'll do is that gives you a +2 prestige for calculating payout. So even though your prestige, is 3, if you do the watermarked tickets, when you do your payout, it'll calculate at 5.
Okay.
Maybe we should do that one.
Don't
We've
you
got
need
those
four
2
up to
gold
6?
statuettes that we could, if we don't really need them for anything, we could throw those in. The only thing I was thinking we might have to do is buy horses before we take our next journey, but
The circus has all that stuff. You travel with the circus.
okay, so that would give us 22 more gold we could throw in.
I mean, we'd only be able to put in 20 of that gold. The other 2 you put in your pockets. So do y'all want to do that?
For the watermark tickets?
For the watermark tickets, put in.
Yeah.
All right, so we sell the golden statue thingies.
All right, so whoever has them on their character sheet, mark them off.
Okay, I didn't even get them onto my character sheets. They were still just in my notes.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 20 gold. That leaves another 30 for us to have the circus pay for. So we'll be at 29. 29 gold. And we'll have the watermark tickets for next circus performance. So that puts us at 5 prestige for that. I think we're pretty much set for that.
Yeah, if you are.
You said it added 2 prestige if we're at 4 already.
No.
you're at- so I'm sorry. Yeah, so it'll calculate at 6.
It'll be 6. Excuse me, 6 prestige.
Yeah, I thought the math was a little off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little
I'm,
off, but
I'm taking it now so that I know you bought it previously, but
yeah.
so the start of your
There we go.
Buttons everywhere. Push all the buttons.
Jesus. Sorry, my Discord has been acting really weird today.
It kicked you off.
Yeah, well, no,
It's like, no.
it reset for some oddball reason. It like it's like the
Hey, now I'm a dungeon master.
it's like my my server just been acting weird. So let me just double check the cameras. Yeah, okay, good. That's the one thing I do love about the Discord thing is because I have everyone positioned set because it's alphabetical order. So basically, as long as if like a full cast, like when this happens and there's a full cast, when the Discord comes back, all the cameras come back where they're supposed to be. So I never have to worry about, oh god, I gotta reposition the cameras because of the nonsense. It's like nope, no worries of the nonsense because everything is good.
Yes.
All right, so let me. All right, cool. So 4th show. So you guys are going to have. All right, so let me do this. I'm gonna uncheck you. Then we had 3, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put a note down here that you now have 4 prestige.
Yep.
And
Yes.
you got the watermark tickets.
Yes. For the extra 2 during that show.
All right, cool. So that way, when I look at the next show, then it'll pay out accordingly.
Yeah.
We're going to
Awesome.
need all the help we can get if we're actually performing where... No, is that the city that the menagerie is resident in? Yes.
And where the supposed lady was talking about some people in the Moonstone Hall and that temple are.
Yeah.
So
I was
while
just
we're
gonna have
there,
to check out.
Yeah.
we'll have time for people to set up for the show, and we'll be in the town, so we won't be too far away, hopefully, from everything else. We just have to get to that town. If the menagerie still wants to, piss us off, we'll go ahead and deal with them. But we're there for a show. That's the main point.
Which gives us a wonderful excuse, actually, for why we're there. even though
Mhm.
we're going to be kind of sleuthing around, sort of we're there for the circus. So that
Mhm.
might lower the suspicion of the other party.
And what are your funds currently for
The
the
funds
circus?
right now is 29 gold,
All right, cool.
and
I just need to know so because there's a thing for the make sure I mark
right,
it correctly.
cool deal.
Alrighty, cool. So you have your axe, you did your thing, got a nice upgrade for the
Mhm.
circus. Yeah, man, good job, guys. Good job.
I'm
We didn't
Alrighty.
a
even
little
burn
blurry
down a
right
bar.
Yeah, yeah, you didn't even burn in the bar. So I want you guys to start thinking about trick. Whoop, did we lose weird? Yeah, see, Discord's been doing stupid stuff.
No, that was me turning mine off and then turning it back on
Oh, okay.
because I was blurry, and now Siva's like fuzzy
And
on
now
mine. But
there she
Yeah,
there
is.
she
she's
is.
fuzzy on cam a little bit.
There we go.
Oh, well,
All right,
You're
that's
fine.
all right.
bizarre.
So I want everyone to start thinking about trick upgrades. So
I still have to
basically,
practice with Shathra on mine.
I gotta
so
start practicing with Wolfie.
yep, you can start doing that. Remember, it's gonna be easier for you to do that because now he's an animal companion. So literally,
Mhm.
you're ordering him to do something.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit easier in that regard. And where are those numbers? Putting on.
So when do the trick upgrades come into effect? The next
Your
performance?
your next performance will have them.
Yep.
Okay.
There's some weirdness that I'm trying to get some clarification on, so I just left everything the same. But there's going to be like a big number jump as far as DCs and whatnot for the next one. So prepare yourselves.
Yep.
Prepare yourselves. So basically, so basically, your next performances um, can. So everyone's gonna have to do a trick redesign
Yep. And I've already
to
got my idea ready.
incorporate the higher level stuff. So this is your first show, and this is why I left it at the previous level because no one did a trick redesign yet. So that'll be what you're doing as you're traveling from Aberton down the shore to Escadar.
Hmm.
So so basically what you do is, so you're all going to have um, 2 trick checks and a single
Okay.
trick trait. Bleh. Um, so basically, you can add a different check now to your axe. So your axe are no longer a singular type of check thingy.
Right.
Um, so so you can add another one now, and you still have a singular trick trait. You won't get another trick trait until level 8. So just be advised. And let's see. And you need to spend 6 consecutive downtime days to redesign your trick, which is plenty of time because you're going to be spending a little bit more time than that traveling down to Escadar with the circus because the circus moves slow because it's a lot of shit. You gotta have to like make sure it stays moving in the right direction.
Oh
So
yeah.
so by the time you guys, and it won't be right away because there are some things that are going to happen that I can't tell you about. But I will tell you that you will have a performance in Escadar. So start thinking about your trick redesigns. If you want to think of something specific, if you want to do any type of combination acts. Gwenin, now that you have an idea of what Jerthal actually can do and does do for his act, if you would like to discuss with him to see if you might want to do a trick redesign or something like that, that's definitely within your purview. He will take almost anything you say under serious advisement. So be aware of that. And I think that's all the
Would that
circus.
make us one act then if we did that?
You can
Or
be
we'd
you can be one act, but so the way so the it wouldn't be technically, it wouldn't be a partnered act. So what would happen is if you wanted to do something um, with someone else, and I gave the role automatically, but there is a reaction role for being a partner in an act with someone. So I didn't feel like doing the roles for it, so I just watched it. But if you would want to actually be like a pair, I believe that is that would require an additional trait, and you wouldn't be able to do that into 8th level.
Oh, so me and Shima wouldn't be able to do a act together?
You can practice an act together. However, like I said, whoever is the partner has to use their reaction during this. So it would be Shima's signature trick, and then you use your reaction to fill in whatever gap you've been practicing.
Ah, okay.
There's a different bonus for when it's a true partnered act that I have to look up again because it's really weird. The wording's kind of funky on it, but it would be a partnered performance, and you basically, she makes the roll, and then you use your reaction to make an aid check, and then that would, if you succeed, then you can give Shima the +1 in the act because it works just like the aid function. So it'd work like that. So you would still, you personally wouldn't get a map penalty, but if you roll high enough, you roll well enough, you could actually
My
offset.
act.
Yeah, you can offset the penalty that she's gonna get somewhat. So that's how all that works. And you guys, and I will let you guys know by the time you get to Escadar, Yonk will have the Rock'em Sock'em robot up and running.
I was gonna ask about that thing.
I have been making rolls for it. I have not forgotten that you guys have it. Kudos on stealing it.
I even forgot about the robot.
So yeah, so in Escadar, you will have access to the Rock'em Sock'em robot. I have to see if it's going to still operate the same way it does as if it was a menagerie piece. That might be the simplest thing for me. I'm not sure. I've been thinking about adding some twists and turns to it to make it a little bit more fun. I still have time to decide on whether or not that's going to be the case. So look forward to that. For those that don't know, there is a there's basically like a punch'em robot that is in this campaign that was successfully taken from the opposing circus troupe by these guys. So yeah, so they now have. I have to see if it's going to be a combatant or if it's going to be something in the show. I haven't yet decided yet, just because that affects CRs if I make it a combatant, and considering
That
Yonk
gets-
it gets complicated. It might just be a circus thing because unfortunately, Yonk is still an NPC right now. I don't know if Cheryl's schedule is ever going to allow for Saturdays again. But like all my tables, unless I kick you from my table because you did something egregious that is terrible, which is
Very rare.
which is few and far between. Like I think I've ever only had to kick a person off my table like twice, and both times were because of just harassment and just being a bad person in general, IRL.
All right.
But yeah, so I have to see, because you would need someone that has crafting to maintain it if it takes damage out in the field, and Yonk being an NPC right now currently wouldn't be able to do that.
Maybe we can
Right.
make the Rock'em Sock'em robot like a permanent bodyguard.
If you want to try and do that, come up with a way to make it happen. Think about it, and I will give you the necessary roles if that's something that you want to try and do.
I think eventually I was going to take into crafting a bit, so maybe eventually I could actually work on it if need be.
Yeah. I mean, it's not. You don't have to. Also, like I said, I am implementing. I've started implementing in all of my long-standing games the project system. So, so basically, if there is something that you want to do, learn something, whatever, um, as long as it is not outside the scope of your level, meaning like there's a level restriction for it, like this is at a particular level, those are the only restrictions. If it's something where, oh, I'm at this level, I'd also like to potentially have this other cool thing I can do, then it would be a project plan, and then you would be able to work towards that in your downtime for it. Um,
Yeah, for next level, I'm thinking of taking the specialty crafting, so
so
that might
and
help.
Yep, and just be advised, because the way the sessions are rolled out, at the end of every session, you're not going to have downtime. So be aware of that. Um, so, so, Science Sicko, I think that's how you say it. We're playing Pathfinder Second Edition. So the what you're seeing on the cards are not 5e. So you're seeing Pathfinder progression. So Pathfinder, so Paizo was in its past a publisher for TSR and WotC when WotC wasn't part of Hasbro, and they did, I think, mostly 3.5 content, if I'm remembering correctly. Um, they decided on their own to become their own system, and they basically created the Pathfinder system. The original Pathfinder 1 system is like super crazy crunchy. But it's very much like 3.5. Pathfinder 2e is more like 5e, but it has some minor elements of what you would think is either 4 or tail end of 3.5. Like, if for anyone who remembers 3.5, at the very end of 3.5 before they went to 4, there was a minor update to the system to 3.5. So some of those things and very few things, not a whole lot from 4, are in Pathfinder, and that's been refined even more in Pathfinder 2. So we're using Pathfinder 2 rules. I like Pathfinder. It's slowly becoming my more favorite system to play. Yes, it has some crunchy. There's some numbers. There's some math, but the whole thing with a kind of a crunchy system is you have to know what you want to do before you're going to do it, so that way you're not wasting time at the table. Which is what I tell people. I always tell people, know what you're doing, know your skills, know your feats, know your kit, and then have an idea. I'm going to throw some crazy stuff at you, and then once you have an idea what the crazy stuff is, you should know kind of sort of what you want to do on your turns before your turn comes up. And as long as you do that, things, move rather smoothly. There's a lot of other things you can do that I like personally in Pathfinder. Like you can, like intimidation in Pathfinder actually imposes a fear effect on your enemies that affects their AC and their ability and their check penalties. So that's great. Uh, Grappling in a Pathfinder versus 5e. In 5e, when you grapple, you basically either do incapacitation or immobilization, one of the two, when you're grappling, and you have to take specific feats to do, let's say, damage or something like that when you have people grappled. Um, Grappling in a Pathfinder is also an opposed check, but if you're grappled in Pathfinder, you oppose additional penalties to the person, and there are some really cool feats where you get flat damage against people you're grappled to. Um, if you're grappled, you're always flat-footed, so you're always going to have that additional ability to hit the target that's grappled because they're flat-footed. That's not a thing you get in. That's not a thing you get in 5e, because you have to have the person incapacitated, which you can do grappling. Actually, I'm working on a grappling build in 5e in a game I'm playing that actually specifically works on incapacitating people. So that way I basically just put them in like a stranglehold and let everyone else beat up on them, you know. But there's things like that. There's differences. There's the SRD on Paizo is really good. They have a lot of stuff. I think they have just about as much, if not a little bit more, than what the SRD for 5e has out there in the wild. So if anything that anyone's doing that you see now or in any of the VODs is of interest, please check out Paizo's site. They're really cool. It's a really nice community. I'm actually waiting for some society stuff to post for a convention I'm going to at the end of the month. I'm pretty much only going to this convention if there's Pathfinder stuff to be had. So, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, that's going to be it for us. Let's see. Hopefully the bot is up. Let's see. Fingers crossed. It might not be. Yay, the bot's up. It's alive. So we have a YouTube page. That's our YouTube link. Basically, anywhere from a day to a week, our VODs will be up on the YouTube site. So the wonderful, amazing Zoro for Me 3 handles all of our content for that. She is dealing with the major cuties right now, so it'll probably be closer to the tail end of the week before this VOD shows up. But this is not the only show that we have. Shows, yep. So we would have had our Behold Lore show tonight, but again, we have people who are sick, so that's been pushed out a week. So next week, Saturday, we're going to have our Behold Lore show for the month, and that is a podcast show that we do with Zoro as the host, and we have Rojan and HP Fox as the resident lore masters. And I believe the guest for this episode is going to be Kiara Phoenix, and they're going to be discussing a whole bunch of Chimera Collective stuff and some of her crazy characters and things of that nature. So it's going to be really cool. On Mondays, we have a Mass Effect game. I'm not sure if that's going to be on Monday or not, because the DM for that is Zoro, and she's under weather currently, where she GMs a group of I want to say space pirates. I really want to say space pirates. I'm not 100% sure, because they don't really just go out in space to purposely take other people's shit, but it just kind of happens. It's like, oh, we beat these guys, let's take their shit. So I mean,
nobody else is using it at the moment.
I find it very hard to fight that logic. But yeah, they're insane, and in that insanity, probably one of the most cohesive groups that we have in all of our shows, which is kind of frightening because they do some insane shit. Like, it is bonkers. I highly suggest you watch that show. On Tuesdays, we have our longest running show that's in our third campaign season. That is Destiny Forged. We are currently dealing with some sort of like magic gem infestation on one of our players. She's either gonna join the Gemborg. I don't know. We haven't had enough of it to find out what's going to happen. All I know is when we come back to that game, we're basically going to be fighting like uber strong lycanthropes, and I'm pretty sure they're going to have the lycanthropy curse. So I'm kind of sort of not looking forward to that because I don't want to be a werewolf. So I wouldn't.
Being a werewolf is fun.
I wouldn't put it past Rojan to actually have the lycanthropy curse in that game.
Curses be fun,
Yeah, yeah. Then currently on Fridays, we are finishing up season 3 of Chimera Collective. We had to call off this Friday again because we had sick people, but that is a. I don't want to. This doesn't have a straight theme. Every mini session has like a different kind of aspect to it. Right now, we're kind of like in this Egyptian tomb, trying to figure out how to basically remove this curse between these two gods. Dark steampunk, yeah, dark steampunk. I guess is a consistent theme. Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So yeah, we're about to walk into. We just solved the puzzle. We're about to walk into some deep dark something, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get rafflecoptered. So I'm looking forward to that. Pretty sure that's what's gonna happen in there. The tomb that has been open in God knows how long, protected by Anubis, guardians. Yeah, what can go wrong in there? Absolutely nothing.
Remember,
And,
they were trying to keep stuff in, not let things out.
yeah, yeah. And then we just walk in like a bunch of dumbasses. And then this is not the only Saturday show we have. We do alternating Saturdays. So on this Saturday, right now with us, you have Wayward Wanderers, where I run this ragtag group of performers through trying to solve some sort of eco calamity, I guess, if I think about the context of the boxes. So they just finished solving one piece of a long puzzle, and they're about to head into another, steaming pile of crap. So we'll see what happens, because there's some people doing some really dangerous, scary shit, and there's a bunch of people that kind of already don't like them for various reasons. So we'll see how that plays out as they travel to the southern part of the island that they're currently on. And then the alternating Saturday, we have Withered Waste, which is a magic apocalypse show where that group just got a flying base with
Safe haven.
with it's a base. You got you got speeders that you can call at will. It's a base. It's flies. It's guarded by angels.
I mean,
there's all sorts of crazy.
Let's just say that fuck the commie Roskins.
Yeah, pretty much. When something horrible happens in that world, it's more than likely the commie Roskins' fault. They're trying to stop some crazy nonsense that's happening in the southern part of their continent, and I can't wait till they get there because I kind of sort of know a little bit of something based on some of the description of characters that have already been presented in this campaign. And oh man, some people got some mouths and they're gonna run into some people that are gonna stick a foot in it. and I cannot wait for that to happen. I got my popcorn ready. So that's it, guys. Thanks for showing up. We appreciate it. Cash Divides. Also, I think, is it BRP? I always forget the Linktree one. I think it's this one. Is it that one? Nope, it's not that one. There you go. Thank you. So that has all of our links to all of our stuff. Check it out. Anything that we have or anything we have out there that points to it. We love your faces. Thanks for showing up. ADHD, thanks for rating us. That was Amazeballs. That was really good. I think that's like the biggest raid we ever got on a Saturday, so we really appreciate that. And we hope to see you again in 2 weeks for some more crazy circus shenanigans. So you guys have a great weekend. Peace out.
Later.
Bye.